Hello, 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 hello. Here we go. Dang, I was late to the party over here. We are already on, uh, day 6. Let me shift the map over here a little bit. Sorry about that. Just making sure everything was good. What does KR mean? KR, uh, well, Kesler starts with K and ends at R, so that's just what it means. And I thought the typography logo looked pretty cool because the bottom of the K and the R have the same shape. So that was my logic on that one. But it looks like we're in this very exciting matchup between gduma of Team True Grit versus Scandalous of Team Fireheart. Let's get the colors and the army directions faced the right way. And yeah, early recon opening over here from Scandalous, which my A Mariner Cup opponent did, which wasn't too bad until I absolutely blundered. And then we have the artillery as well, and the artillery can sit around here in this area, lock down that comm tower, and then over here, gduma with the tank battlecopter combination. Probably will shift over here and maybe pressure this, but right now, Scandalous looks like going to be getting both comm towers right now. What is going on? My like display over here is just being super weird, so I'm just gonna have to pop out the chat and minimize this. Sorry about that. I don't know how long I've been live streaming for, long enough to where I shouldn't be running into these basic technical issues. But yet, here we are. And then, even before then, in 2020, when everything went online, I did the live stream for my church. I was the live stream guy, pointed the cameras at the pastor, did all, like, the YouTube stuff, and yet I still struggle with it. Also, my hair is, like, having a day. Like, this part of my hair is, like, 2012 Justin Bieber right here, and then this part of my hair is just, like, freaking Jimmy Neutron. Just straight up Kindle mode right there. Anyway, let's focus on the game right now as we head into day 7. gduma picking Adder. Got to go with the purple lightning with the purple hair Adder. And also that's the color of True Grit. And and then Scandalous picked Jake. I think both these COs are really good here. Big gaming, yeah. 2 comm towers is going to be really, really strong for Scandalous. Might have prepared some sort of comm tower rush line or something. But it looks... Yeah, gduma will have the edge over here. The copter is going to take a bit to get over. So gduma will have the copter being able to be aggressive for a turn or two. Probably be able to get a free shot on this comm tower guy, for example. And the tank over here. So I don't know how well Scandalous can hold this. But if Scandalous can hold the 2 comm towers for the entirety of the game, that's a really strong advantage. Also, before I forget, Baptin and Briarios are playing in, I think, an hour or 2 from now. I need to actually check. And then Semi-Original Guy is going to do a recap of his team. That is the Holy Polish Empire game. All their round 1 games, and that's going to be in about 6 hours. So 9 p.m. Eastern, and yeah, my hair is just, it's having a day. I gotta put a hat on or something. Okay, Recon's gonna get a shot there. The copter is in range to tap it. The tank's also in range to hit the comm tower infantry. So Scandalous's aggressiveness is gonna be punished a little bit, but in terms of damage, but if Scandalous gets the properties, that's really good. Also, there's a new plugin. There's a little draw plugin over here, so I can draw things. Oh, Copter's gonna go over here and hit this. Look at me, I'm like an official broadcaster now. Oh, tank can hit this. Oh, infantry's gonna capture this. I feel like a coach. I'm like John Gruden out here with a Spider 2Y banana. And it looks like Scandalous is pondering about what to purchase here. Yeah. big pondering over here. Got 11,000, that's enough for copter double infantry, but usually 2 copters are not good against an anti-air. We're playing just after this. Okay, cool. So just after this, we'll have the Baptin Briarios game, and we'll probably cover that one as well. Well, okay, so we have tank infantry, saving a little bit in the bank. I agree with that build. Pretty solid build. And nice shot. What? Oh, wow, thanks to the 2 comm towers. Actually, even though gduma gets the first strike from the mountain, thanks to that extra 20% attack, it's a 7-7. Those 2 comm towers are going to be really, really strong for Scandalous right here. And this is a huge matchup for both of these teams, as both these teams are 0-1 in the pool. Tank's going to get a free shot right there. Both these teams are 0-1 in the pool. So winning the match will put the team at 1-1, and then basically they control their own destiny for playoffs. But losing, it's going to be really hard to come back. But there's always the consolation bracket, and if you win the consolation bracket, you still get prize money. So that's still good. Gonna do that. The aspect ratio does look kind of weird, but maybe it's just me. Alright. So, got a couple good shots in, interrupted this cap successfully. But, tank, yeah, I don't think the tank could really get trapped. This infantry can go here, this infantry can go here, but there's really no way the tank could get trapped in. Especially with the anti-air being right here. Well, let's see what Scandalous can cook up. With 30% attack from planes, this is going to be really strong. Oh, also, look what else I laminated. I laminated the Essentials KO chart. Let me make sure this is on the camera. I laminated the Essentials KO chart. So now we can look at the 2-hit KO chart with all the various attacks and all the various terrains. And a nice little piece of reference there. Because I definitely do not have that memorized. Alright. gduma is actually up 1 city. It's this one right here. And this one, it looks like. Recon's gonna weaken an infantry. That's good. And another infantry is gonna... Oh my goodness. These infantry are hitting like a truck. That's like a semi-infantry there. 2 comm towers plus a plane shot. Yeah, the cheat sheet. Gotta have the cheat sheet. You know, I gotta like... I can't just go into the move planner and calc everything, especially in live. So I have to use the cheat sheet. Okay, we'll continue the cap. I'm guessing that the tank is going to go over here and try to cover for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the tank could indeed cover for this. But it might be okay. Maybe the artillery is going to go up here. It might be okay for gduma to keep shooting this infantry if gduma has the vehicle back up. But went with another copter, so this tank's kind of by itself over here. Okay, so copter's covering the tank. This tank, it's not covering this wood square, so this tank could go over here from the woods, take out this infantry, and then the anti-air can just make sure that it's covered, be able to trade out the copter. I gotta cheer for my boy Scandalous here. Get that W. That's true. Yeah. He's not playing against your team, so I definitely understand that. So much damage. 20% attack is so strong, but there's a lot of pressure on this comm tower right now from gduma. Also, we'll be able to probably get that city guaranteed from this infantry as well. And there's nothing really covering the comm tower as well, so gduma might be able to get a flip right here. Let's take a gander at the stats real fast. It says 0-0 kills and deaths. So just a couple chipped units over here. The copter is covering both this 5 HP and it's covering the recon. But I'm guessing this tank can just attack here, or from the... Oh no, because the artillery covers that. Okay, so now that the artillery's up here, Now you can't put the tank on the woods and just basically get a free shot. Now if you interrupt it, you're either getting blasted by this tank shot from the planes, or you get blasted by the artillery from the planes. So I think just have to pull this tank back. Maybe the tank will go this way and help the fight for the comm tower. I'm surprised to see Jake when Adder and Jess tend to be better. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, but there's a lot of planes like in these contested areas, so Jake can make really good use of that, for sure. But yeah, I mostly see Adder and Jess on this map. If you open with Artie, the Jake pick makes sense, but I'm not convinced Artie opener is the way. That's fair. So Bongo Banjo is prepared gduma against the Artie opener, and now gduma is going to start this comm tower cap. And the copter traded out the recon, and it's covered by the anti-air. And it looks like this early pressure from Scandalous getting the comm towers was really, really strong in getting some of these engagements. But now gduma is pressuring both sides of the map. Has really good control over here with the copter anti-air combination and the tank as well. Tank could even go perhaps over here and help out with the comm tower flip. But it looks like gduma, the slow and steady wins the race, is now paying off as these units slowly move forward into the corner. gduma up 3,000 income as well. Jaking it, yeah. Jaking it up. Gotta get that AL8, the Kentucky Swamp Water. I only have a limited supply of AL8s, and I'm back down to the single digits, so I only bust them out for special occasions, such as Advanced Wars by web streams. But oh my gosh, this 7 HP infantry only did 3 damage, and this one did 5 back. That comm tower advantage is huge, and now it's back to scale. Huh? Oh no, gduma forgot about the tank, and now that tank is just a goner. This infantry can trade it out. Copter's going in. Yeah, that's gone. The infantry cannot block though, so the anti-air will be able to trade that out. But oh no, that tank move hurts. gduma just got a little excited, ending the turn. Or maybe it was just part of the plan all along, because now gduma has side slip. Maybe gduma was just lulling Jake into a false sense of security and being like, "Oh, I blundered my tank." But it was all part of the plan just to get this side slip. Comm tower planes are really strong. Yeah, that's 30% attack. And we can look at the chart here and see what we can take out with 30% attack. I need to fix my layout here on my second monitor. Yeah, Magician says good charge. It is, yeah. That is a big fat like 6,300 of charge, and now it's 7,000 of charge as the infantry takes it out with a 30% planes boost. That's like some grim firepower right there. And now this tank is going to go over here, and there's no way this comm tower is getting flipped. This is getting flipped. This city right here is pretty well covered, but that one tank shot really shifted the whole fight in this area. If this tank were, if that tank that was shot were over here, then it could contribute a little bit. But as of right now, this infantry is going to block. I don't know if it will survive the 2, the 7, and the 4 all attacking it. But this is looking really good for Scandalous. This is looking really strong for Scandalous. I wonder. 2 is going to do 1 damage to it. 4 is going to do 2 damage to it. And 7 is going to do 3 to 4. So, yeah, I mean, could perhaps get some rolls and take out that 7 and then take out the copter. Goes in, oh, and gets it. Doesn't even need to sacrifice the 2. Now that copter is going to go down. The 3 infantry should clear. Yeah, only needed 2. Got the rolls, but not going in. Okay, goes for that. I thought maybe this 2 would start this cap, but of course that would take 10 turns to go through. Okay, continues that cap. So now, gduma's up 1 city, and just need some vehicle pressure over here. That comm tower's not going to get flipped. You can't even block for it because the infantry, the tank, even the anti-air can all clear something out from here. So, gduma just might have to retreat over here. Scandalous. It's not on a road, Kesler? Oh, my bad. Scandalous is a really tough dude. Yeah, for sure. Scandalous beat Grim Guy, and that's an achievement. I'm not even rated high enough to even play against Grim Guy. I like the position before the tank blunder. Now it's a lot more unclear. Yeah, I agree. I think gduma has to retreat this. Or actually, with side slip, might be able to get some cheeky little shots over here. But now gduma's like strong side. You could say, okay, join caps. That's not going to go through though. I mean, even if you like side slip to block, like there's too many things that could hit the infantry and clear it out. Yeah. Yeah, if you put this infantry here, then this tank can go here, and that might be a one-shot. And if not, then this tank can move, the anti-air can one-shot, and then this tank can hit the comm tower guy. So I think the comm tower guy's going to go down, but might have some coverage with some side-slipping vehicles there. Wait, I thought Kesler was the Grim Guy? Uh-oh. I've let out the secret. gduma should have pushed the empty south with those tanks. Yeah, I agree. I was kind of saying that too. Like, this is where gduma is strong because Scandalous has no vehicles and like 1 infantry in the area, and this is the comm tower that gduma should probably be flipping instead of trying to hard force this one. gduma already has both of these. There's no infantry nearby, so can just retreat, play defense up here, and then try to score down here. I'm gonna turn off the little like whenever it moves my cursor. Kesler's Cool Club Army. That's funny. Yeah, don't abbreviate that. I noticed how they never play each other, so it must be him. Yeah, exactly. I've never played Grim Guy, so Grim Guy confirmed. Here to root for gduma. Yes, you gotta support your teammate. gduma blundered a tank engineer, but now that you're here, no more tank blunders will occur. Not gonna have any more tank blunders. But yeah, if you're Scandalous, how do you approach this? Because I think you can interrupt this fairly easily with a tank. Of course, there's some side-slipping tank shots that Adder could take. You could also put the artillery right here, or right here to cover the comm tower, but that is well within anti-air range. So maybe you go artillery here, infantry here, or here to block, and then the other infantry on these woods to block. Okay, going in, taking a shot at these 2 infantry. The comm tower has been interrupted. It is now down to 4 HP. Infantry on the 6 capture point comm tower. Nothing to be able to block for this, so a side slip will be able to get a tank shot, but that might be all that gduma could get over here. The copter can go in as well, but the anti-air, I'm sure, is going to be babysitting the area. Now, the copter might have like a free shot on that guy, as the anti-air cannot cover it. But maybe you need the copter to help with the vehicle brawl. This is something I struggle with. Like, should gduma take this free copter shot from the woods? Assuming this infantry stays here. Scandalous down to 11 minutes. gduma is still sitting pretty at 15 minutes. Okay, so does the artillery play? So I'm glad I called it. The artillery now covers the comm tower and the infantry are blocking. The tank also covers the infantry. And yeah, I mean, I think if gduma had a tank or 2 over here, as I think it was Aqua was saying, then Scandalous couldn't really do this without taking heavy losses. But now Scandalous is going to be able to protect the comm tower. This is probably going to go through pretty soon, though. And maybe these. So gduma might just be able to get the income game. Be like, okay, you have the comm towers. but I'm just gonna be up like 5k in income. And they say calm towers are worth 2 cities, so 4k. So if gduma can get these 3 cities, which is very unlikely, but if you get all of them, then gduma would be up 4k, and then it would be even on paper. The infantry won't stay there, yeah. Rip tank, that would have been useful. Yeah, yeah, if the tank blunder really swung things, gduma's position was looking very strong before then, but now has a side slip. Going to be plotting this turn, trying to figure out how best to use it, or maybe just save it. You know, Sidewinder's also like pretty slept on because side slip is just so cheap. But I mean, yeah, could you even go in here if you're gduma? Like, maybe you join cap again and take some tank brawls, and you try to win this. But even then, it's gonna be really tough. I mean, you can get like one tank shot on a road, and then the other tank can like side slip over here, hit this infantry. But even then, and you join cap, even then, this looks pretty losing for gduma. Let's see. You're 1 tile too far on both tanks for side slip. Oh yeah, because this one can go here. This one can go here. So I guess it can only hit 1 tank. If you get both tanks, it's good. Otherwise, it's meh. Oh, okay. I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, this is such a tough position for gduma. I think you just have to back off over here and start shifting vehicles down here. Maybe you like keep a tank or something in this area to defend these, because this is a really good imbalance that gduma has. But gduma's really thinking about this one. Got 15 minutes. Oh, there it is. There's the side slip. Let's see what gduma cooks up in the kitchen. And Engineer says hi, Banjo. Waving to his teammate. Oh, the infantry sprints forward. Gets a pretty good shot. Now with power active, Adder has 10% attack and 10% defense, which will mitigate Jake's 30% attack from planes a little bit, and 20% attack from not planes. Those 2 calm towers are absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Could use the copter to go on top of the calm tower and get a tank takeout as well. And that's exactly what happens. There it goes. There it goes. Another tank goes down. Pan says, uh-oh. But goes in, gets a shot on an infantry, and now the anti-air will be able to... Ooh, another shot. This counterattack could be pretty juicy for Scandalous, but this side slip turn's looking pretty good, honestly. Were you going to put this infantry right there, blocking. Now this tank, I think, can kill that, though. 30% attack, I think, guarantees 1 shot to 7 HP infantry on roads, even with 10% defense. Then the anti-air can come in. Then the tank can, like, take a shot. Or no, because the tank would have to shoot this. Ooh, this attack actually looks pretty good. And starting this. This looks good. gduma might have swung it with this. This looks like a bad side slip. Y'all are better than me. Maybe I'm missing something. We caught gduma slipping in 720p. Is my stream really 720p? Is it bad quality? Do I need to change the bitrate or something? But yeah, it doesn't get any use of the side slip down here. The anti-air moves away. Gonna combine some infantry to start some caps. Yeah, okay, the infantry are gonna move up, trying to get some caps over here. But this, I mean, this vehicle brawl looks kinda strong. Depending on... Oh yeah, I think this infantry can get cleared, though, with this infantry. Did gduma make a mistake by not attacking 2 tanks? Asked Cherub 3881. Cherub is an underrated Pokemon, by the way. The problem was the side slip could not reach this second tank. This tank was not in range of any units. So Gduma couldn't attack it even with side slip. 480 is enough for me. Kesler doesn't look as good in 480p. Probably not. I got this like Giga Chad chin going on for some reason. Whenever I shave, it's like I've been like doing the clavicular, like hitting my chin with the hammer. Finally, all the bone bashing has been paying off. Gduma, could not attack the second tank. Yeah, that second tank was out of range. Almost to the block rock. Just needs a little bit more charge. Probably not going to see it this turn though. The problem for Gduma is going to be next turn because he has no vehicle in the corner and the arty is going to zone the 2 tank from the south. Yeah, true. This artillery is going to be a big issue because I think this infantry can clear that, and then anti-air hits, tank hits, and then the artillery comes in. Stream looks fine to me. Awesome, sweet. Kesler looks maxing. Yeah, gotta looks max. You know, gotta hit your chin with the hammer. You gotta do all the things. I don't know what else Claviculars has to do besides hit your chin with the hammer. That's ridiculous. But I've been hitting the gym. I've been doing a face day. Just kidding. Bruh. Mace Windex says bruh. I just been shaving. That's the key to looks maxing. I like barely have to shave because I like never grow facial hair. I'm like the opposite of Semi Original guy. I like shave once a month, and I've actually been shaving more, and now it looks like my face has more definition because there's no peach fuzz in the way. Okay, so now Scandalous really calculating this down to 10 minutes. I think a full HP infantry on planes would clear this. Yeah, 64 to 72. I'm just reading your t-shirt. Oh yeah. Yes. This is my favorite shirt to wear while analyzing replays because it shows that I'm not to be taken seriously. So I think, if you want to guarantee this, I think you can move the 5, have the 2 sack itself, that's a 6, then this infantry clears, anti-air clears that, then the tank attacks one of these 2 tanks. I have to shave like once a week. That's not that frequently, to be honest. Most people shave every day, or like every other day or something, if they want to be clean shaven. Kesler would never take testosterone. That's right. I get my testosterone from Advanced Wars by Web. I'm basically the real life Grim. I inject the steroids through the ether from Grim himself. It's a rule, but you can select the 2 HP infantry in order to secure it for sure. Okay, yeah, so that's what I think Scandalous should do, honestly. Move the 5, sack the 2, attack this 7, clear it out, take out the copter, shoot a tank, put the artillery somewhere good. Kesler needs his YouTube revenue for Botox and steroids. That's right, you gotta get that trend. What did that... Oh, okay, so uses a tank to attack this infantry here to clear it. Now the anti-air goes right here. That's gonna get cleared. Oh, and then I'm gonna use both these infantry to block. I see. I see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta get that YouTube revenue for Botox and steroids. For sure. You got it. I shave about once a week. I gotta have, I'm speedrunning the Grim look because steroids make you bald, so that's why I gotta get the steroids. I shave about once a week because I'm lazy. Yeah, I'm lazy too. Choose one word that defines you the best. Kesler, bruh. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We gotta, if there's ever an Advanced Wars by Web content creator tier list, I'm holding the bruh tier. That's gonna be my tier. I let myself get a little fuzzy before shaving due to being lazy. Yeah, me too. Me too. As long as it's not meth, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be, definitely do not want to be taking that from Clavicular's playbook. Beard is the way to go. Yeah, but my beard is, really, it's not thick. It's my beard hairs are, spread out, Like this is like a normal like beard, but my beard is like this. Like really spread out. But this, okay, so it doesn't get on the comm tower with the 2. Probably because didn't want this infantry attacking. And I don't know if these tanks could even, or this anti-air could even get hit. This artillery is going to try and zone out, but it's not really covering anything right now. Let's see. Pan the Curb says, Zan, that's all that's good now. The Artie has no secure spot. And yeah, that's true. I mean, actually the Artie can get shot, but it's not really worth it as the tanks will get traded by the copter and the 3 tanks that are there. But now there's no artillery that can just like be here on this woods or for example, and then just like lock down these attacking tiles. If the artillery were on this woods, it already hits these 2. So if the tank were here, I kind of want to like move plan what I was thinking. But using the towers to the maximum, just like I thought of. Yeah. The Scandalous doing a great job holding on to both comm towers. Maybe not as good of a job on time management though. 6 minutes left. And gduma gets this property right here. So now gduma's up 2,000 income. Gonna be able to start pumping out the medium tanks. You already know Semi-Original Guy is stroking his beard in anticipation of the medium tank buy coming in. Let's see. Kesler shaves his legs. You would think they're like the most naturally hairless legs you could ever think of. Like my leg hair is like so blonde it's practically invisible, and it's like small. So you'd think I shave them. Let's see. B for bruh tier. Yeah, exactly. I'm holding down bruh tier. It's all about that beard life. Beard is classy. For sure it is. I wish I could grow one. Block Rock coming soon. Yeah. Just needs a few more engagements to get Block Rock. And the artillery, though, even with the extra range, not going to be able to attack either tank. Can relate to having an awkward beard. Mine has borderline bald spots. Yeah, that's the problem. You gotta like have a comb over for your beard. I'm getting so distracted. Let's see. The tank front shift is good for by Scandalous. He's repairing though. Yeah, he is gonna be repairing a couple infantry, so might not be able to afford the medium tank. But there's okay. So the copter anti-air looks like it's gonna pressure the artillery. This infantry takes a shot, dealing 1 damage to that artillery. Big damage right there. And oh, okay, so it looks like gduma is going to be front shifting. Already got these cities, so doesn't really need to keep attacking into this, and really can't. There's too many units over here. I've had a beard for years, but may shave it for summer. Yeah, I try to grow a beard in the winter. Stop saying Zan, it reminds me of the infamous thumbnail. The infant on the Artie is a bit cheeky. It for sure is. It for sure is. That infantry's gonna get traded out for sure. Nice not to shave, but beards are dirty. Yeah. It also can kind of get like itchy or like kind of annoying. Okay, so clears out the infantry. Now we'll have a shot on the tank. But that's gonna be within Block Rock artillery range. So that looks a little risky to me to go in for that tank shot. Looks a little bit risky to do that. I could see, yeah, if that Block Rock is coming in if you take this shot, and then that tank is going to evaporate. I shampoo my beard daily. Yeah, the good thing about shaving, you don't have to shampoo it. I do have a skincare routine though. That's the real key to the Giga Chad chin. Not hammering. If you have a beard, you have to clean it after you eat certain things. Yeah, it sounds like a struggle. All my hair is like up here. I have like no hair up here, whereas some people it's like the opposite. Okay, so not going in for this, putting the tank right here to leave the option for it. That's within Block Rock tank range of this tank right here, and then this tank is within this range of this tank, but that might just be a trap as there's so many vehicles in the area. So might be setting a little bit of a bait for Scandalous over here with some of these like tank shots that look free, but there's a bunch of vehicles waiting in the wings. Gonna start this cap as well, and could get interrupted by this infantry, for example. But let's see what Scandalous got cooking up. Very nice to clear the inf. Now you lose the fight, but there's nothing to capture. Well, there's one left. Yeah, there's one healthy infantry, and then these three could combine and be 8 HP. So it would take Scandalous a while to capture these. So nice find by gduma. Not overcommitting into block rock tank range, but taking out the at least one healthy infantry to stop these caps, and still with the income lead of 2 cities, 2,000. But now Scandalous pondering, gonna take a shot on the infantry, clears it out. That means this city's going through. Well, actually with block rock or even beatdown, then the artillery can get a shot, but it might not be worth popping a power just to interrupt one city. So gduma about to increase that income lead, and then we might actually see some medium tanks coming in. We might actually see them, but it looks like over here these infantry are just going to get mopped up. Even with some side slip action, it's going to be really hard for Adder to trade some of these out. Okay, yep, there goes an infantry. And the 2 comm tower leads still very strong. Jake is hitting like a truck, especially from planes, and anti-air clears out the infantry. Now, where do you put the artillery? Copter can move up as well. I'm trying to like, yeah, this looks like this road tile is pretty safe. Need a sidewinder to be able to attack it, but yeah. So this is a good little cleanup by Scandalous, but it's going to take a while to get these cities back. So I think gduma just needs to kind of just regroup and attack down here now, and made Scandalous like use a bunch of resources up here, but gduma still got all the properties, so that's pretty good for them. But what Scandalous has is the comm towers, which is huge, and this artillery has done a great job of locking this corner down. It's defended the comm tower basically single-handedly. This artillery is the real MVP. It just has the aura of doom, and all these infantry are avoiding it. The block rock just needs a 9,000 charge, 1 star of charge left, 1 power brick. Artillery on the forest. This forest 1304. Okay, goes right there on the plains. I guess for that extra attack. This might be breakable and hit that artillery, but it might that might cost gduma too many vehicles in order to do so. Yeah, I think you need to use 2 tanks to clear this and hit the artillery. That's just too much of an overcommitment to just hit that artillery. With the block rock and beatdown in the back pocket, then this artillery does cover the city. It does cover this tank. It covers this square as well. But we will see. gduma could just use this 4 HP infantry to pop this, and like just try to run away, and then try to win this side. Already on planes with super will hit like a truck. Oh, for sure. Planes is or block rock is 40% extra attack, so that's going to be what, 70% attack with the artillery on the planes. That's like almost a haymaker. That's like a mini haymaker right there. That's like uppercut. Somewhere between a jab and a haymaker. I don't know my boxing terminology though. Alright, as we have the Grim theme coming in, how appropriate talking about haymakers. And now gduma's in a pretty interesting situation. Does take out that 1 HP infantry, which I think is a good move. What else is that 6 HP infantry gonna do? Yeah, I mean, this is such a tough situation. I think if you're gduma, you just have to commit down here and try to get some of these before these get flipped back, which is going to take a while. because these infantries are going to take multiple turns in order to just even start the caps. Has 2 healthy infantry in the area, as well as a 2 and a 5 that could join and capture something in 3 turns. But might be plotting something over here. Actually, this actually looks pretty strong for gduma over here on the bottom left, because the copter can shoot the artillery. The anti-air could probably hit one of these infantry. Either this one or this one, kind of depending. And then you have side slip, so you might be able to cover for the copter being like on the mountain. That would be pretty hard to cover though. Need to retreat top right, take free shots bottom left, income looking good. Yeah. I'm glad we're on the same page, Bongo Banjo. gduma can copter the artillery and the vehicles run free? Yeah, for sure. I don't think an artillery... Oh, I can actually look at the 2-hit KO chart here. Let's see. Artillery needs 120% attack to be able to guarantee clear an infantry on a woods. Or, I mean, sorry, an anti-air. So, okay, takes a shot on this anti-air. I do not agree with that. I do not agree with this push right here. Taking some more shots on tanks, but I just have a feeling all these vehicles are going to get cleared out. gduma's better than me. gduma's plat in the tournament, and if I played in a tournament, I would be silver. Because I looked at the elo chart and I put myself in, and I would be like dead center of silver, based on our little formula to calculate what tiers people would be in. Okay, so copter takes a shot, bang, that hurts. Now, I mean, you could put the anti-air right here, and take that shot, but the tank is going to be there. Takes it. That's a block rock, yeah. Bongo Banjo, kind of on the same page as me with the shots up here. Excuse me, these tanks all going to get cleared out next turn. They're all going to get destroyed. This is a bad north attack. Yeah. MT, are you Maximus Thomas? Or Thomas Maximus? Or am I getting you mixed up with somebody else? Which, apologies if I am. I'm trying to match everyone's YouTube names and Advanced Wars by web names in my head. Right, Pika said, 170% firepower already going to eviscerate a tank. Yeah. This block rock is really going to hurt. I think all 3 of these tanks are going to go bye-bye. South attack is good. I think there's going to be some explosions soon. Yeah. This is going to blow up like the 4th of July. Or whatever that one quote is. Okay, so, I mean, this looks very solid down here on the south. This attack, not so solid. And block rock is ready, so is side slip. Oh, okay, cannon fodder 449. Oh, okay, cool. Nice to meet you, I guess, kind of, and make the connection. Cool. It's such a shame. If you attack the bottom left, just retreat top right. Jake doesn't get the block rock this turn. Yeah, true. And well, maybe after this copter engagement, Jake could get it. I don't know how much Jake needed at the beginning of this turn, but Jake might have been able to get it with the copter engagement. I think Jake needed like 9,000, but Benjineer is scared for his teammates, scared for the block rock. There it is, time to commit acts of gaming, and here it is, block rock coming in. Time for Scandalous to win north. Yeah, this north is all going to get flipped. Little rat weasel infantry trying to go on the HQ, trying to weasel an HQ cap. Goes in, takes a shot from the planes there. Nice shot from the copter. This copter's in side slip range, but the 5 HP infantry will get the clear out. There's the flip. Anti-air's going to go in, chip the little rat infantry. No HQ cap today. And another tank goes down. The copter doesn't need to kill the arty if there's no block rock this turn. You just hit the inf next to it that's not covered. Oh, gotcha. Oh, and the copter one-shots, and we'll be using these infantry as blockers. This is looking very good. I think this infantry can get cleared, though, with a side slip, allowing the anti-air to still get that copter in. But this block rock looking very strong for Scandalous. Very, very strong. There goes another infantry. Pan the Curb says, whoa. Big whoa. Yeah. And so let's see. This tank might go... I don't think you need it over here. I think this tank might go down here. Just don't want to blunder it to this tank right here. But there's a lot of open space. Okay, so the tank could get a shot, but we're very well covered. So that's fine. Scandalous down to 4.5 minutes. Still pondering these buys. Copter infantry, perhaps? Copter infantry, let's go. Scandalous can read my mind. Down to 4 minutes, though. Whereas gduma will have about 10 minutes starting on his turn. Alright, back to gduma. Actually, the copter can get hit this side from the anti-air. Don't even need to worry about clearing that. But, yeah, that was a big turn for Scandalous. That was a big turn. This whole north is has fallen. Just got a little greedy. This was a winning position if you don't commit top right. The infs are going to get 2,000 more income on the bottom left. True. The tank needs to go south. Yeah, as it did. And now here's the side slip coming in with that extra movement. We'll see some destruction. Goes in, hits the infantry down to 3 HP. As D just says, copter tank inf, copter tank inf. Yeah, and I've been playing more and realizing that. Like, just building more, like, triangle basic units is paying off more than teching up. Which, like, makes sense. But also kind of makes me sad in a way. Like, oh, I like seeing big, heavy units hit in the field. But high funds, it feels like everyone just spams Neo tanks. Takes out the copter. And... I mean, this tank could go in and hit the artillery, but trading out a tank for a 3 HP artillery, 0% worth it. We'll be able to start either of these two captures. And also, this 4 HP can start the comm tower. The long-awaited comm tower. This is complete overextension. Yeah, it unfortunately is. Okay, doesn't start this with any this infantry. Doesn't start this corner. Starts the comm tower actually. So gduma tired of that 20% extra income going on the comm tower. That's guaranteed. I do believe. I don't think there's anything that can get to this infantry right here. So the comm tower is guaranteed. Get the comm tower back though. Yeah. So it looks like both players will be at 1 comm tower apiece, and then Jake's units aren't going to be hitting like trucks anymore. They'll just be hitting like sedans, mid-sized sedans instead. The copter is going to take a shot. Oh man, attacking into a block rock copter though, almost an even trade. Scandalous has made a few whoopsies, yeah, for sure. And I think if gduma just before the block rock turn just retreated all the vehicles that were up on the top right, and then just hard went in over here, kind of like he did, then I think this position would be super winning for gduma. But by going in for those attacks, it allowed Scandalous to number one, not only get the charge for block rock, but also clear out all the tanks in the area. And gonna take a shot at some infantry. Gonna start the HQ. Little weasel infantry there. Of course, the anti-air is probably not gonna let him get away with that. And this tank, I would imagine it's gonna play a little retreat. I don't think you can take this shot. Oh, but taking a shot on the artillery. That doesn't look. That looks like a huge overextension. The Manx infantry on the HQ, yeah. For sure, yeah. That's not gonna go through. But you know, maybe hoping that Scandalous will be low time and just forgets about it. Think that comm tower is guaranteed. I think so too. A very nice chip on the last healthy inf in the area. Yes, gduma is doing a good job of hitting these infantry, not allowing Scandalous to get the properties. And with that, gduma's got maintaining a 3,000 income lead. Comm tower is guaranteed. Copter goes in, takes a shot. Bad move with that tank. The rest was fine. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. takes out the infantry, but the comm tower is still going to go through. This tank actually not getting hit. But the problem with this is well, I guess the tank can retreat back here. The tank is safe. But there's nothing to counter this copter now. I guess this anti-air can come in. But I think gduma has to just get that comm tower flip and just run away. I don't think you can keep brawling here. Allowing a city shot, yeah. There was a city shot anyway, the tank was hitting the anti-air all day, every day. That's fair. Those are T-34 tanks made for sacrifices. Yeah. Alright. And now Scandalous up here on the north, going to pick off some of these weakened infantry. Yep, not letting that HQ weasel get away with it. And gonna take a nice little city shot there. 9-4 thanks to the one more turn of 20% firepower. Copter goes in for another shot. That copter's gonna get traded for sure, but now the tanks and the infantry are just gonna clean up all the other infantry. This infantry is probably going to go right here in this area and start flipping some things, artillery as well. He could have hit the tank instead and guaranteed his tank superiority. Our Aqua, are you talking about right here, like this on the anti-air? I think there's a bit of a delay between like when I say something and when it goes to YouTube. So I'm trying to like match up chat with people are saying. Another mistake by Scandalous. Oh, blunder list! Exclamation mark blunder! Add it to the blunder list. Yeah, on the south. Okay, so yeah, so this tank should have attacked here instead of the anti-air. Now back to gduma. Let's see. Bapton says, be brave, engineer 8. Eternal War Puppy says, I actually don't like the anti-air attack in the HQ infantry. Could have ignored it for a few turns and repaired the anti-air. That's very true. That's probably optimal. I think Scandalous just didn't want to forget about it and blunder it by mistake. Just you know, get it out of there, get the peace of mind. But I definitely agree, repairing the anti-air would have been the superior choice. You should refresh. Okay, is it better? What was going on? The artillery or the anti-air takes a shot on the copter, knocking down to 5 HP. Hopefully it's better. If only Scandalous had a healthy infantry at the top right to be close to GG at that point. Yeah, that's true. I mean, gduma's done a great job holding this income lead. 3k and gets the comm tower flip as well. So in terms of properties, gduma's doing great. I mean, and we got a 30-day limit, so gduma could just hold on for 30 days, or 15 more days, and then get the W. But it's going to be pretty hard attacking into all of these vehicles up here. Scandalous is going to have a huge unit value lead, even after this turn. The anti-air covers this tank down here, but I think there still could be a lot of destruction happening, and I think this tank could get blasted by all these vehicles from Scandalous. But it looks like gduma is going to play a little defensive over here, put some tanks on some allied cities, moving the infantry away. And 2 HP copter goes in, takes a shot. Alright, this is not bad. This is a pretty good use of a 2 HP copter. It blocks the tank in, so this copter has to waste its turn attacking it. Army value is still bad due to overextension, but 3k income lead is big. Kesler is a man of the people by actually reading chat. That's right. That's right. I'm not popular enough for my chat just explodes like on Moist Critical's chat or something like that, where his chat goes a mile a minute. Javier theme. The Javier theme is alright. The Eagle theme, the Hachi theme, and are the two worst in my opinion. And the Cole theme is like D tier. But the Javier theme I don't really mind too much. I'm gonna clear out the 1 HP copter. Tight on unit value after gduma buys. Yeah, true. On 16k, you don't have copter tank in for money every turn. No, the copter on the right, free shot on tank. Yeah, that's true. That tank goes down, and now the only vehicle in the area is this anti-air. Oh no, another tank blunder. Add it to the blunder list. I'm just kidding. Only the blunder list is just for me. But yeah, that tank goes down. And this is looking really good for Scandalous right now. Gonna get this flip. I think the Hachi theme is not bad, just not fit for the game. Eagle theme is horrendous, though. Yeah, that I can accept that. Asmongold claims to read almost all messages, and once like 1 in a couple 100. It is how it is, yeah. I think once you get to, like, you know, if you stream every day and you can read chat, like, you can get that good at reading really fast. Cool theme. Cole theme has a cool loop at the end. Hachi theme is Kino. Is Kino like a Gen Z slang I don't know about? Am I too old for it? gduma didn't move his copter on the right. That's true. Yeah. gduma might be rushing things. That's the second time we've had a vehicle just not being moved. Very true. Sonya theme is a classic. I like the Sonya theme. I shall spam J-Takwin with more chess games. Yeah, any opportunity to play J-Takwin is a good game. My favorites are the Andy theme, the Sammy theme, the Jake theme, and the Rachel theme. You can't. Those orange star themes are like top notch. Also, I really like the Jugger theme. People don't like the Jugger theme, but I do, and I like the Flak theme too. Sammy, Jess, Adder, Sturm has the best themes. Okay, yeah, okay, I forgot about Sturm. Sturm has a really good theme. Kino equals cinema. Oh, okay, cool. Learning something new every day. When you are a big streamer, the only messages you have to worry about are super chats. That's true, yeah, that's true. Like, oh, I only read super chats. I read everything. Max and Olaf go hard. The Olaf theme is good. I do like... Oh, this is the Flak theme. The Flak theme sounds like something from Splatoon. No, the Flak theme is amazing. Here's why the Flak theme is amazing. Because it reflects Flak's personality. Flak says, why think when you can fight? And his theme is like... It kind of sounds like he's punching his instruments. Like, he's not really like, you know, Mozart composing something beautiful. He's just smacking his drum set. And that's why the Flak theme is amazing. The opening to Hawk theme in GBA is iconic. Yeah, it is. That like the little violins or whatever it is, to open the Hawk theme, it is very iconic. Kino's unfortunate thing from a couple of years ago. Oh, also Nell theme remake is Kino, especially on her power. Huh? I'll have to listen to that one. I have it on the Dual Strike themes. Unit count is dire. Yeah, Scandalous is up 6 units right now. I really needed the free hits to get back in the game. Yeah. Sad to see nobody mentioning Sasha. I love her theme. Oh, I totally forgot about Sasha. Add that to the blunder list. Exclamation mark blunder, me forgetting about Sasha's theme. That's one of the most beautiful pieces of music I've ever heard, and I forgot about it. I'm actually tilted. I like Kanbei's remix. I need to listen to that too. I don't like Kanbei's theme, like on the bass version. Deep Flak lore. Yeah. Flak's theme just makes sense with who his character is. Okay, the copter's gonna go over here. It's protected from the anti-air, but there's another anti-air here, so this copter really can't exert any pressure. I mean, maybe it can like try to pick off a capping infantry, but even then, like, I think gduma just has to kind of use the income lead and regroup. You know, just pump out vehicles, stall a little bit, regroup, and then start an attack later. 0 reinforced top right just means the income lead is going to disappear in 3 turns. Yeah, true. Yeah, this 4 and this could join to the 6, and then now to full 10 HP infantry to capture these. as well, and then can protect it with vehicles as well, just to make sure the copter doesn't do anything cheeky. And yeah, that income lead not gonna last too much longer. So I mean, I don't know what you would do here if you're gduma. This is tough, being down so many units. I don't. Semi doesn't really dislike any theme. That's fair, but that eagle theme is truly. What's the opposite of like cinema? Like, oh brother, this guy stinks. Like that's the eagle theme. Go Scandalous. I like Semi's intro theme. That's a pretty good intro theme too. gduma is G-doomed. But boo, Scandalous. Oh, everyone's cheering for their teammates. He can let the copter be cheeky and kill it for free. Yeah. Slop. Bollywood. Isn't Bollywood like the Hollywood in India? Or am I thinking of something different? Okay. So the copter with the side slip could still get this right here, but okay, now the artillery's there. Yeah, it's 0% worth it. I think the copter just has to run away. Pretty much. Okay. But now will Scandalous go in over here, or okay, just retreats? Cable TV. Well, Hollywood. Oh, okay. So Bollywood is India cable TV. I don't know what Hollywood is though. Now let's see. Scandalous is just retreating right here, so I think gduma can start making a play for these cities. That looks like a strong maneuver, and then if gduma gets this corner, then at least it cancels out with this corner right here that gduma's kind of lost. But Scandalous is just going to play some kind of advanced walls right here, learning from Jay Taquin. Let's see. Adder has power. If Scandalous blunders and overcommit bottom right, gduma can get a lot. Okay, so that makes sense why Scandalous is retreating. Is it really racist to say that Bollywood is the opposite of cinema? Nah, it's funny. It's just a funny joke. Is Bollywood come from the one where like it's like they're in a bedroom and she shoots him and he's like ah, but it's like the acting is so bad. It's like famous for like how bad that acting is. Wakaliwood are the guys who made Who Killed Captain Alex. I've never heard of that. It's an action movie. Wakaliwood is Uganda's Hollywood. They're posting their movies on YouTube. Oh, okay. So then all the copters bottom left, all the tanks top right. Yeah, I mean that's a great idea because all the anti-airs are on the top right. So, and there's no anti-airs over here, just other copters that you can counter with your own copters. So definitely agree with that. But also Bongo Banjo's like about rated like 500 more elo than me on Live League. I think that scene is Turkish. Oh, okay. You might be right. I mean, Bollywood is famous for their slop. Yeah. Alright. So, gduma are going to make a play for this city right here. There's a couple tanks in range. So definitely needs to have some vehicles going through this little channel right here to cover for it. But I think if you're gduma, you have to make a play for these. Maybe this one as well. It's going to be hard to actually get the flip on this property, but definitely these you have to go for. But the income lead very strong. Still no medium tanks or anything. But I think base light, base light is harder to tech up because you want to be buying a lot of copters because you want that unit count. That is the thing about base light. Okay, going to put some of these copter. Okay, these copters are out of range of any shenanigans. But it looks like these copters are going to be like trying to get some mid control, like get a front shift up here. I kind of disagree with this. I think all these vehicles should be going down here and playing for these two. And look, this infantry is now completely hanging to this tank. And there it is. And there it is. And now, like, because this, like, now these two scenes are going to keep getting denied, and there's also really no way that gduma can stop these. So I think gduma should have went down here. Let's see. I should have started the capture with a 9 HP this turn. Oh, yeah. Definitely should have done that. I was trying to look. Asher says, yo, what up, Asher? Asher, you should play this game. You might like it. Advanced Wars by Web. I can give you DMU resources of videos where people tell you how to play, but you should definitely play this game. This is way more fun than Rocket League. There was this scene that blew up a couple years ago. I think it was from a Latin American show. It was the scene of a woman, possible antagonist, entering the room, and there were like 15 different blank. Let's see. Just noticed that 6 copters. Wow, that is 6 copters. We got 6 copters on the field. We're doing our best Sensei impression right here. Got like a Black Hawk squadron. This is amazing. Transition shots. He's dabbling right now. Yo, it's Asher. Yeah, it definitely is. Asher says you should. I should what? Oh yeah, I will link you that stuff. I will link you that stuff. I honestly think you would like this game, Asher. Revolt has an account. Spoiled has it. Spoiled's playing in this tournament actually, Asher, and Crowd. They're on the same team, but Crowd's the sub. So he's the sub for your team and his Advanced Wars team. But I think that's the only people you know that play this game. Asher, the famous strategy gamer. Yeah, dude. Asher's goated on the sticks. Crowd is a professional sub. Crowd is professional sub. Yeah. Crowd won Rocket League like tournament one time, and it was when he was the sub. It was the only tournament he's won, I believe. I know Revolt is buns. Revolt doesn't play though anymore, but he has an account. We played a couple games. When we playing RL? I don't know. I don't play as much now that I've discovered Advanced Wars by Web. I don't have to worry about like having the reaction times of a 12-year-old to be able to play this game. You don't have that fast twitch on me. You don't need fast reaction times to play Advanced Wars. But nice. Okay, this infantry shot, gduma could take it to slow down some caps, but it wouldn't really do anything because this infantry can just capture right here, and then this infantry would be like a 5 HP. It just joins, so there's no reason to go in. But Scandalous just retreating right here in the mid, gets that free tank shot and not overcommitting anything else. Let's see. Please don't overcommit for 7-11. Yeah. This might be a bit of an overcommitment. There's a tank in range, copters in range. This tank's not in range, but it's in block rock range. Does Crowd being with him the towels and does Crowd bring with him the towels and water bottles before he secures the bench? Yeah, exactly. Crowd is the moral support. He's the glue that holds the team together spiritually. Kesler, show what 7-11 is, please. That's this city right here. This is 7-11. So gduma could theoretically start this capture, but it would get traded out very easily. Now, what gduma could do is start the capture and then have everything else just stay back in reserve and try to force Scandalous to overcommit themselves. But that might just be like a Mang's infantry, and Scandalous would just clear it out, but not really overcommit. Asher says, send me some vids and I'll look at it. Yeah, this one YouTuber, Hunita, made a whole playlist of like how to introduce Advanced Wars for like complete noobs, so I'll send you that. Bye, Asher. Yeah, my old Rocket League teammate. We got third in a league together. Okay, so going to block the tank a little bit, but need some protection for these infantries. This copter just not going to cut it. Valier says, yo, welcome. Welcome, Valier. Glad you can tune in. Scandalous has more infantry. That would be a bad idea. Okay. I don't really know when to do that, like, attack thing, but I'm glad we have actual good players in the chat who can keep me honest. Looks like gduma might also try to play for this city, but there's just a big power blob of units, and I really think if you're gduma, you should concentrate over here. It's going to take a while for these infantry to front shift all the way down here in the corner, and all these vehicles just easily get down there, especially with movement powers. So I think this like little mid death ball is just not it, unfortunately. Yo, Bari, is RL the only real-time online game you play? Sometimes I play Beyond All Reason, which is like a real-time strategy game, but we just play like teams on a team against bots. Yeah, it pretty much is the only like real-time online game that I play. I'm trying to think. I need to pop up my Steam library in the other window. I used to play shooters, but I have no aim. I have no aim whatsoever. Yeah, we could be like, oh, like, you know, all these vehicles need to shift down here. Tank, go here. And then it even has like a circle. I can do this. Got circles on it. And then arrows. I could be like, okay, the anti-air is going to shoot this tank right here. Look at that. I wish the arrow was a little thicker, though. But it's still really cool. This is new 1234 made this Tamper Monkey extension, and you should totally get it. You should start playing PvE shooters. You're going to have to send me some PvE shooters that are good. The death ball's too far to threaten either side. Yeah, it's true. That is very true. And then no matter what side it like, let's say, like, for example, this death ball goes over here. Well, then Scandalous just shifts everything over here, and then you're really not getting any properties. Especially with the artillery locking down the city. Same, I have no aim for shooters, no reaction time either. Yeah, I have no reaction time for, like, Rocket League. I just have been playing a lot. So I know what what's gonna happen with the play, but I can't aim, I can't react. Like it's just I look like a grandpa out there. Should add double exclamation mark icon. I really should. I don't know how to add emotes, like custom emotes. But yes, I definitely should do a double exclamation mark icon. Gotta have the brilliant move. It's not the size of the arrow, but how you use it. Oh my gosh, that's good. I can't play games either, sad. Yeah. Games are hard. Okay, now both these cities are with 10 capture points apiece are gonna go through next turn. And Scandalous will then have a huge income lead. But also this is gonna go through. And this is going to take a long time, but it looks like Scandalous is not going to be in any position to stop it. So, we could have... So, it looks like gduma will be getting these two, but Scandalous will be getting these two. Which will be pretty even in income. But this armory value is still really looking really good for Scandalous. And even then, like, gduma can't really push. So you might see some advanced walls right here. Let's see. Trading the corners is to Scandalous' advantage since she has 7-11 and gduma does not. Okay, so yeah, so since Scandalous has this and gduma does not have this on 13-7, then if these two go through, Scandalous will still be up one city. But now, according to Bongo Banjo, gduma can flip 7-11 by capping with this infantry and blocking with these two copters. There's an anti-air in the area, though. Actually, no, the anti-air is in range. Okay, yeah, so the anti-air is indeed in range. Cannot get that flip. But might be trying to do that little start the brawl, trying to get Scandalous to overextend. gduma has to make something happen before day 30. Could see a day limit. The anti-air is protecting the city. Yeah. Nice positioning from the anti-air from Scandalous right there. Scandalous, though, down to 21 seconds. 21 seconds. This could be. I mean, we saw some like games get flipped because of low time before. So Scandalous has to be really careful. Copter's gonna get a shot. And also we can draw circles on it and be like, okay, this copper is gonna get cleared by like one of these two, perhaps. This drawing extension, this is the bomb. Don't have to use Epic Pen, but Epic Pen is still really cool. But turning it off and back on was like kind of a pain, unless there's shortcuts for it. Let's see. The Death Ball strat is tough on the timer for gduma though. That's the upside, I guess. I guess you're meaning it's tough for Scandalous because Scandalous is low time. But yeah, the Death Ball advance walls are good when you have a time advantage, because your opponent has to like constantly be worried about like a wall break or something that could like leave their army in shambles. But yeah, Scandalous might blunder on the low timer. Yeah, this could be really, really sketchy. And it looks like the Death Ball is going to be protecting the this city right here. It's tough for Scandalous. Yeah. And 21 seconds basically on increment, but gduma not super good on time themselves, down to under 3 minutes left, but that's still a lot of time. And now hardcore playing for this city. The anti-air does cover well, no, because it's 6 HP, but I guess the copper could clear it with a plane shot, I'm guessing. Then the anti-air goes like over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, then the anti-air clears one of these two, and then the infantry can interrupt. But inviting a brawl, and I think if you're Scandalous, you have to go for it. Oh wait, I didn't do it right. I meant to say, what I meant to do is say, this copter clears this copter, this anti-air clears this, and then this interrupts. That's what I meant to do. Also, there's cool colors, so I can like turn it yellow. Yellow. There it is. There it is. The copter goes in for the clear on the 6. The anti-air goes in. Now Sidewinder fully charged for gduma. But now Scandalous is thinking, okay, goes in, gets the funny number. Do the dance. Do the dance. Is this the dance? I did the dance, everybody. You're giving away 2 copters. Yeah, there's 2 copters got cleared out, but maybe gduma's just trying to play the timer. Just trying to play the timer. Now, and also, like, you know, the closer it gets to day 30, the harder it is to get those captures. You can just go like Scorcher, target fire infantry, takes out the tank right there. Going to try and pen this copter in, I guess. There's no other copters in range. Block Rock almost in range, so I'm guaranteeing we're seeing it next turn. Okay, copter's kind of trapped, but it can still shoot some tanks. He did it. That's actually 7-6, yeah. When I was playing Dual Strike as a kid, I always would be like, oh, it's like a 5-8. You know, saying the health of the defender first, and then the health of the attacker second. That's too much left in range for free. If you go in, it's Block Rock time. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, do you really still want to back off if you're gduma here? Like, I guess this is gonna go through, but now Scandalous is up 2 cities. This is really tough for gduma. This is really tough. We also have like a tank column, which is kind of cool. You kind of have to go in now. You invited it, yeah. I'm going on the same page. I don't think that gduma can really retreat. Jake has a lot more tanks, yeah. Gotta start this. There's the Sidewinder. Really? I would say the health of the attacker first. I think most people do. But growing up, I got into this habit. There was no Advance Wars by Web. Actually, I think the Advance Wars by Web came out in like 2006. But I didn't discover this until like 2021. Not that I use that slang. That's fair. Okay. So clear some stuff. but like, this copter can shoot that tank right there, but it's thinking about it. Got 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and it's fine to take your time here in this. You know, you got to get a really good turn, especially with Scandalous being on low time. 17 seconds. There goes the copter. Free shot. Bang. Tank's down to 4 HP. This anti-air can take out a copter as well. Sidewinder reference. Yeah. Pops the tank right there. Now this copter is liberated. But what's it going to attack? There's so many tanks over here for Jake. And Block Rock is going to really hurt. That is not going to be pleasant. Maybe you use the anti-airs to pop 2 copters. Okay, there goes 1. This anti-air is not really in range of anything. This is actually some good formation. Actually, the anti-air could be used to take out an infantry. Okay, goes in on the anti-air. Finishes it off with the copter. And that, oh, nicely done. Nice find by gduma. Now the anti-air pops another copter. Is this Block Rock going to be juicy? It is. It is. gduma just has to try to get the best Sidewinder he can. And then this Block Rock is just really going to hurt. It's really going to hurt. But, I mean, you could get a city shot. But even then, like Block Rock, it's within base range. Wrong anti-air order still worked out. Okay. Leave the tanks, clear the copter and the anti-air. Then your 6 copters versus 1 anti-air. But that's true. 6 copters versus 1 anti-air and 2 copters. Oh, look at this. Boldly moving into opponent's territory. And that's exactly what gduma is doing. Goes in for the city shot. Weakens a tank a little bit. But that tank's going to get traded. But there's so many... knocks copter under 1 HP. There's so many copters and anti-air in the area for gduma. Whereas Scandalous has so many tanks. Clears out all the infantry. Now, is this infantry going to go over here and try to pick off that 6? Scandalous going to have to use all of his brain power for this 2-minute turn. Yeah. Pan the Curb says gulp. Worried about Scandalous. And it does, the infantry does sprint forward to take out this 6 HP infantry. Scandalous up 2 cities though. It's about to be cut down to 1. This is guaranteed. So Scandalous will only have 1 city after this goes through, and it's going to be this one. This city is under some threat. The artillery covering it with Block Rock though. But now I'm pretty sure Block Rock's going to get insta-popped. There it is. Insta-pop the Block Rock. And now Jake has 2 minutes and 7 seconds to Block Rock. Takes out an infantry. Really needed top corner anti-air with Army Ball. That's true, yeah. This anti-air was being the HQ infantry patrol, and now it's going down. Pretty good attack by gduma. Yeah, it really was. I mean, I thought, like, gduma really made the best of that Sidewinder turn, and now Scandalous is in a bit of a tricky situation. There's so many copters in the area, and not enough anti-airs. Copter's gonna sacrifice itself for some damage. Scandalous has no copters and only 1 anti-air. But now the tanks will go in, hit some anti-airs down, and actually gduma might be able to get this flip. Attacking even more tanks. Copter goes in, pops a tank, but not really. Only does a little bit of damage. There goes another shot. Were you going to say Block Rock all over the place? Yeah, maybe I should have said that. That would have been funny. Gonna shoot that infantry. I think this artillery needs to move up here and, like, well, even, yeah, there's no Sidewinder coming in, but you gotta protect this city. You can't just let gduma have it, but the artillery is gonna move up and actually lock that tile down. Okay, fair enough. gduma can start this. This 9 could interrupt, but it could get cleared out. I guess there's anti-air 2 in the area, but this is a great attack for gduma. Scandalous, though, is still going to be ahead on army value. Builds an anti-air, and a copter, and an infantry. And we're about to see some major brawl. Scandalous ends the turn with 20 seconds left on the clock. Might be too many copters here. Yeah, there's 6 copters for gduma. 4 of them in this area, and these 2 in reserve. So many copters. This is a controversial opinion, but the Sensei theme is not my cup of tea. It's not the Eagle theme, and I understand why people like the Sensei theme, but it's just not for me. It seems like you would dance to it by, like, doing the, you know, like the up and down motion. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I was trying to think of, like, something from my childhood where they danced like that, but it's slipping my memory right now. The anti-air is going to pick off the 2 HP copter. And there's, yeah, just a lot of copter shots that can go in basically for free right now. The anti-air is working overtime. It really is. Now, all the copters need a 2-hit KO the tanks. Yeah, I think these tanks are about to feel the heat. Sensei has the goofy monkey theme. That's a perfect way to describe it. Increment gaming for both now. Yeah, that's true. Gduma on 1.5 minutes right now. Scandalous will have 2.5 minutes at the beginning of their turn. Is it gonna start this? Probably not a good idea unless you send like a tank or two over to help cover. This anti-air is gonna retreat. Gonna target fire some infantry. Gonna start that cap. And now that might be going through. Gduma might have turned the tide. There's still a lot of tanks in the area for Scandalous. But there's not a lot of anti-airs. And there's a lot of copters. Copter's gonna go in, take a shot. Damn, he zoned out his own tanks. Yeah, he kind of did. Just rushed that turn a little bit, but can you blame him? 40 seconds left. Yeah, I mean, you could start this, but you would have to do something about this infantry right here. So I don't think it's worth it just to lose an infantry to Desperado right there. Now the tank goes in. Bang! The infantry is gonzo. So maybe the plan is to have this infantry go cap. Gotta be careful about this from like this infantry like running out, but I think that's pretty safe. Oh, smacks the artillery. Nice find. I think there's a lot of vehicles in range though. Gonna sack for damage, and then times out, but still got to build a tank infantry battlecopter. And now Scandalous up one city, and it's this one, which is about to get flipped. Could get interrupted though, because the anti-air could clear out this copter. Gonna take a shot right there. Nice little 7.5 or 5.7, as I said as a kid playing Dual Strike. Gonna hit that tank. Anti-air is gonna clear out the infantry. That's good. I mean, day limit is rapidly approaching. We're on day 21. Something else exploded, but I was drinking my Ale-8, so I missed what it was. Artillery is going to get healed, and anti-air, can't quite finish the job, but that tank will show the anti-air how it's done. Takes out the copter, and I think if you're Scandalous, you might have to commit the 5 to interrupt this. Oh, commits the full HP actually, but knocks it down to 4. The 5 can completely take it out, and does. Gonna run up, take out another infantry, and this is good by sacks for damage. Okay. This is good by Scandalous. You know, you gotta, like, day limit is a thing. It's day 21. We got 9 days left, which sounds like a lot, but I mean, it takes 2 or 3 turns to capture something. Scandalous is a man of commitment. Yeah. Scandalous is really pushing in here. This tank cannot reach the anti-air without a power, but there is a power online. I love this like extension, the hotkeys where it shows the movement they could go even if there's no blocking. That's like clutch. This is like Grimm's favorite friend right here. Let's see. So Gduma down to the 2-minute increment, clears out the tank. Day 22. If you're Scandalous, or if you're Gduma, what like properties do you go for here? Do you go for this one? Do you go for this one? It's gonna be tough. This tank's down to 4 HP. With a side slip, could hit this anti-air, which would be huge. That would be massive. But there's still 2 anti-air over here. But I mean, these copter reinforcements, I think, are the advantage. Takes out the tank. Overextension again. The arty was doing nothing and was late. Your tanks were supposed to get the second hit on every tank that can be hit by a copterverse, then you just win the brawl. Yeah, that makes sense. Saw the artillery hanging and unfortunately took the bait, and now this tank's at 1 HP, and there's still a ton of tanks in the area for Scandalous, instead of activating the unit's topside. Makes sense. Personally, I see blunders because I don't see any classy boy on the field. That's a very valid point. We have no tech ups in this game. I guess that's base light problems, but no tech ups, and that does make me very sad. This tank over here gonna try and just run away. Barely enough tanks for Scandalous to recover anti-air numbers. Also, Artie really wasn't doing anything. Absorbed a tank shot. Yeah. Where are the classy boys? We gotta have some classiness on the field. Activates a side slip with 19 seconds, but does it just to get that anti-air, and it goes down. 13 seconds to build an infantry and attack with the copter. 10 seconds. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4. Build an infantry. There it is. And ends the turn with 1 second left. So I think Scandalous is playing it perfectly. Hand the curve, supporting his teammate. The anti-air does pick off a copter. And now this city is under threat by this infantry, but there are these two blobs to contest it. And now Scandalous down to 2 minutes 12 seconds, trying to go fast. Dramatic side slip, yeah. AWBW says clutch. Yeah, 1 second left. Do we get fighter here? A fighter would be really strong. A fighter would be fighter double infantry, a very strong build. There's no fighter counters here except for this anti-air. Let's see. Benji here says, phew, still alive after I went to walk the dog. Was walking the dog, sweating bullets, and sees that gduma still alive with 1 second left on the clock. We're getting to the point where the plane has to be T-coptered toward the corners. Yeah, honestly, that's not a bad idea. You gotta play this cap limit. It's really important. So we could be like, oh, build a T-copter. Oh, oops, I gotta turn this on. Build a T-copter. Go to the corner. Oh, I'm silly. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really any way that that gduma could get this flip right here. I think T-copter toward the corners is the best idea. It could also go black boat toward the corner, but that's more expensive, and that's probably not worth it. But it would get this infantry there super quickly. So, could work. It would go faster than a T-copter. Let's see. Well, Brawl kind of overish. Sniping anti-air doesn't seem to be feasible. That's true. There's no fighter, and a tear goes down my cheek. That's a big arrow, yeah. Only shoot black boat to corner for the memes. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad I was not the only one on the black boat. Did gduma had this game won, but the elo disparity and his ability to close out games has really hurt him. Yeah, and I think a couple like free tank shots that gduma gave up like kind of early also hurt. But gduma's playing this game like very, very well. Definitely, Scandalous is definitely a really strong player. Save for Battleship. Oh, yeah, Battleship going over here, you're locking those down. And there'd be no caps. Let's see. gduma needs to retreat and go straight for top right corner. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, and this little weasel infantry is going to try and do it. But I agree. You got to pump some vehicles out over here and try to win this. Get a flip. Now, calm towers, I think, do count in the property count, but yeah, this might just be the distraction for us, you know, like Aragorn and Gandalf and Legolas led this army to the front gates of Minas Morgul or whatever wherever Sauron's tower is, while Frodo goes over here and Sam, and they're trying to slip the ring in Mount Doom undetected, and that's I think what this infantry is trying to do. Let's see, Black Boat more surprising. Oh, for sure. Gotta go Black Boat. Gotta go Black Boat. No Black Boat, though. Very sad. I think gduma needs to keep fighting where he is. Maybe get closer to Scandalous' faces. Yeah. Yeah, you'd like that. That's sending everything to the meat grinder now. Yeah. Block rock time, for sure. Another block rock is coming in. Scandalous needs to shift an anti-air to the north now. Yes, definitely. These two copters could guarantee a W with some caps, but sacrifices, gets a few engagements to get the block rock. There's an anti-air and picks off the copter right there. Nicely done with the extra movement. Another copter pick off with that absurd planes firepower. That's a 60% attack shot on a copter. Copters are not in the little chart though. And now Scandalous down to 2 minutes. Pops a artillery shot on a tank and can't quite finish it off, but finishes that tank off. This infantry is going to try and retreat, protect these cities. Day 23, we get closer and closer to day limit. Pops a tank. Yeah, and there's not a whole lot more engagements over here. Scandalous has won the brawl, looks like. Just a couple copters though, but there's no anti-airs. Note to self, I can't rely on Chad energy this time. Yeah, probably not. Cease. Ouch time, Scandalous is so-so. Scandalous fighting in uncharted territory, yeah. Wowzer, that's a lot of unit value loss. It really is, yeah. That block rock was very strong. The 3 HP infantry is going to injure Frodo, yeah. This 3 HP infantry is Gollum, who, like, bit Frodo's finger off when he tried to put the ring on as he was at the top of Mount Doom. The 3 HP definitely going to bite this infantry's finger off. Let's see, Deegis, whoa, thanks for tuning in. Super CO Power, grab top property and win. And the almighty D just tuned in. Doesn't go for that though. It actually attacks the infantry there. Howdy. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we can see some more videos from you, man. I miss my Sunday fix. Frodo can capture his city uncontested with Sidewinder. Yeah, that is true. But the infantry attacked the 3 HP Golem. And now the no captures. Let's see, day 24. Let's see. Happy Subway Sunday with Deegis. Yeah, I don't have anything to watch while I'm eating my Sunday lunch. Day 24. Yeah. So I mean, sorry, I read that same message 3 times. The infantry could get the cap and it would be uncontested. That might have swung it. I don't know if Scandalous could get an infantry over there to capture it back. Scandalous would probably get this. So that would be maybe a draw. Let's see. Yeah, I like the tour. I covered one of your tournaments games. You did? You'll have to link me, man. Unless it's coming up. That's awesome. I'm glad you're following the tournament. Day 24, I think one flip isn't enough. Scandalous is going to get some flips for day limit now that he has won the brawl. Yeah, I think Scandalous is going to get this for sure. Might be able to get the comm tower again. The comm tower was originally his. The tank's going to go in and take a shot at poor Frodo over here. The distraction was not good enough. The orcs have found him. Scandalous needs more anti-air. That's the story of it. I mean, gduma has been pumping out a copter every single turn. Deegis, you gotta be a captain in 2027. The people want you, Deegis. Both Pan the Curve and Valier. They want you to be a captain. Tank is going to go in, try to chip that copter, I guess. Oh, no! It sacrificed itself to drain the copter of ammo. That's brilliant! Now, this copter has no missiles left. It can only shoot at infantry or do like 5% damage to a tank. I wonder how much a copter does to a tank with just machine guns. Yeah, it does 4 to 9% damage. That is brilliant. That's brilliant. Wow, nicely done by Scandalous. I didn't even think of that. Let's see. I tuned in when gduma was winning, but yeah, he overextended top when he was low on time. Yeah, that like top overextension kind of shifted the whole game. Let's see. Sidewinder can still get the uncontested flip 2 HP can block the tile above the tank, then Copter takes a shot at it. Very true. Yeah, that is an uncontested flip. And it just needs a little bit of charge. Uh-oh, there it is. The Neo Tank, the Wrecking Ball, the game finisher has arrived. Let's see. No ammo Copter, never seen before. Yeah, I haven't seen, like, Copters run out of ammo since the cartridge. Oh, nasty. Just joined to 3 HP. That's something you see once on 100 games. Then you get a full HP Copter with ammo. That is true, yeah. This Copter does have to join this, and then it adds the ammo, so we'll be back to 6 ammo. Is 6 what they start out with? I would think so, because this one that just got built has 6. Anter's going to trade this out, and now Sidewinder active, goes in, takes it out, doesn't need any missiles for that, just can use the machine guns. Banjo ruined the hype. 7 HP joined, 3 HP for ammo, yeah, everyone sees it now, but I like the hype of the 0 ammo Copter. Not double Neo, yeah, the Soiled Abominations. Whoop whoop, the Stake Bomb is on the field. It is on the field, and it's day 25. Uncontested flip coming in though, and this could get interrupted by a tank. But I think we're gonna definitely see a day limit here. The Comm Tower also under a bit of pressure. Copter takes shot the artillery, knocking down to 6 HP. Copter can clear infantry on mountain. Oh yeah, true. Okay, so Copter takes a shot. Needs a Sidewinder for the flip, but might just be trying to save it. But I think that might be a mistake. I think you should go for it and try to get this. Okay, not going for this interrupt because it doesn't have to. But then this building's going to have 1 capture health left. Let's see. Golf ball, let's go. We're getting stinky in this house. Come on, man, go for it. You see it. Pan the curb, sweating. Still 0-0 in this current series. This is a huge game 1 and doesn't go for the Sidewinder flip. Down to 20 seconds. Scandalous will have 3 minutes and 19 seconds left starting on their turn. Because you get time at the beginning of your turn. 7 seconds, goes Copter take infantry. Day 25, gduma needs a flip, gonna attack the infantry there. Not good terrain. Back to Scandalous though, as gduma times out. Artillery takes a shot. Let's see. Copter could hit over here. Anti-air takes it out. It's almost out of ammo. Got 3 shots of its flak cannon. And the anti-air has no secondary weapon, so even shooting infantry wastes the anti-air's ammo. He didn't see the flip, yeah. I didn't phrase that well. If you went for the Sidewinder flip, the Copter could have gone to the mountain to clear the 2 HP infantry. Oh, okay. So, if the 2 HP was blocking here, then the Copter goes here, takes it out, and then the tank could have got the hit. Okay, so that makes sense. Now the tank is blocking the infantry in. Still, though, with a Sidewinder, or even Side Slip, could get this Comm Tower flip. Which I think would be a draw. I don't know if Comm Towers are the tiebreaker, and it's just income properties, or if it's like all the properties on the map. Because I swear I watched a DJ's video where like someone was had an income, but then there was a neutral lab captain in the middle of the map that like made it a tie. Yeah, but then you're giving away 1 Copter plus the entire tank to only delay the flip for a turn because there's another Copter behind. Very true. Is there another live game after this? I believe so. I believe we'll be watching Briarios versus Baptin after this. I wonder how Baptin and Briarios are up to. Yeah, I haven't seen Baptin say anything in chat, so I wonder if their game started already. I'll have to look at my other monitor. But right now I can't turn my eyes away from this. This is an insane game. Their game was supposed to be on right now. Yeah, it is supposed to be on, but Baptin did say in chat earlier that their game would be after this. So I don't know if they're waiting for this game to be over to start, or if they're just like, oh, we're just gonna pick a time. It's all the properties on the map, including Comm Towers Labs. Okay, I gotcha. So, okay, it does go for the Sidewinder flip there. Could block with the Copter, but then you couldn't block the top. But then there's a Copter trade out. The Neo tank gets closer. Oh, okay. Oh no, the anti-air's right there. Going to go in on this. Let's see. Sidewinder almost secures it. Yeah, and even stops this. Could start this, but then you have to do something about that artillery right there. This could be a really good turn for gduma, but has a minute and 15 seconds to think about it. Oh, okay, Bapton says they're waiting. Damn, needed to clear that 5 HP tank with the tank, then destroy the copter with the copter. So 5. Oh yeah, yeah, the tank right there. Yes, that's very true. Just sloppy getting load time. Sorry, I had to look. I mean, do you start this? Do you start the comm tower? Like I don't know. It's day 26. Like any flip you could get is huge. Anti-air goes back to get repaired up. This comm tower could also be a huge flip. Wait, you can block the Jake copter? That Neo should have been an anti-air. Yeah, probably. Gonna go in for some shots. Takes out the artillery, starts the cap. This can start this cap too. Copter goes away and starts it. 16 seconds for gduma. What do you do here? 10 seconds, this comm tower could fall. No, there's too many vehicles over here. There's a copter. 6 seconds. Gotta buy. Gotta buy. Goes in for the attack, but is gonna run out of time. And does not buy any ground units. And back to Scandalous with under 3.5 minutes to go. Scandalous has to cook something up. 3 copters are being started. Valier says, oh wow, the greed. The absolute greed. This, though, is a really good capture. Because it's covered by copter. It's covered by this copter. These two might be greedy, but what it's doing is it's forcing Scandalous to react to it and go in. So it goes in, gets the interrupt, gets the copter shot. That flip is going through. It's going through. gduma's about to be ahead of City. Takes out another copter. He can't stop all the caps, right? No, can't. Beat down turn? He could be. What's the benefit of beatdown here? Getting the extra firepower? Takes the opportunity off the comm tower. With 3 minutes left, he will have enough for a Neo. That's true, yeah. He gave it up. He let the flip go on day 26. gduma's about to be up 1 city, and there's not a lot of infantry for Scandalous to take advantage of. Has the comm tower pressure, but there's not enough vehicles, and gduma might have secured the W with that. Also, this got interrupted, but there's not enough infantry for Scandalous. Could have built a T-copter. A T-copter would be very strong, because if you're Scandalous, you have to get a flip. And now gduma's going to clean up these infantry, and this is looking really good for gduma. He should have interrupted. He loses now. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was just thinking that. How, like, what are you going to flip now? Maybe this? Maybe this? There's just too many vehicles in the way. Copter gets a clear out. I think this is Adder, the cheater character. Yeah, Adder is the cheater character. Let's see. I think this is one for gduma. I think so too. I think Scandalous had a really good position, but just kind of moved this last turn a little too fast. Still ended the turn with 2 minutes left, so it could have taken an extra minute and tried to figure out the best way to get all the requisite interrupts. But I think this flip was the one you had to interrupt. I think because it's like a 2k swing. Whereas if this goes through, okay, it's just tied, you know? Let's see. He could have interrupted anything, but I don't know how it maths out later. Yeah, that is true. Because a copter would... oh, I can do this. A copter here would have got traded out by this copter. So, that's... I think that was the concern, but I think this flip right here is the one you could not let happen. I don't think you could let that flip happen. The boomer... gduma the GOAT, never doubted. That's right, not even close. A bomber come in, the boomer, actually. I misread your, the boomer. Misread your message there, apologize. The boomer is going to be looking really strong. It's day 27, and I don't know if Scandalous can get any cap. But Scandalous just needs 1 cap to tie the game. And I think This is the only one that Scandalous could get. Scandalous is player 2, so Scandalous will have last ups here. But I don't think this is actually doable. The Engineer and Pan the Curb are having a little bit of friendly banter in chat. Rapika said, if Neo stopped Comcap anyway, it should have been able to stop the property flip top corner. Yeah. There was a copter that could have done it. Forgot if there was enough units to triple surround it. I'm saying 1307 is the only one you could get to in time. That's this one right here. This one that I drew the circle on is the only property that Scandalous can get to, and even then, these infantry all getting weakened. The copter gets hit as well, and this is going to be really tough. A block rock is coming in, but I don't think there's enough HP. I think this is just over. Just send everything there. Pan the Curb and Engineer are going to have a really fun match. They're playing on the same teams as these two players. Engineer playing for True Grit in the purple, and Pan the Curb playing for Fireheart in the Azure Asteroid. Both of them have won their first game. Let's see, it's over now. Just don't give away all your unit count in a block rock turn, and you'll be able to interrupt. Yeah, that's true. This is gonna be at. I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way that Scandalous can get this property. This game's been crazy though. No, not a bomber. A second bomber has hit the field. I didn't even notice that. So many bombers coming in. And gduma looks like it's pulled through. This 5 can go over here, threaten, but I don't think anything can get flipped. You could combine. This just might be over. This flip right here was huge. Gonna use the 5 and 4 to block. Yeah, I guess the 5's in range of this, but the copter could clear it out, and then it's very over. I just don't think there's enough infantry to get a flip. Now Jake can maul with copters, and there's nothing to take them out. But even then, does Jake have time to get this flip? Is there like a sudden death or something, or if it's day 30, if there's a capsule going on, it like extends the time? I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is over with the infantry injured, actually. Yeah, I think so too. Jake just did not have time to get this. And gduma will be pulling out the W here. On day 29, I don't think there's anything Scandalous can do. I think Scandalous should have built a transport a couple turns ago. It's over. You just sacked everything into it. Is the day limit 30? Yeah, it is. Should be 30. Yep, it's 30. I'm gonna say in the rules it's 30. If they put it not at 30, then the game still ends. The rules document dictates everything. It's 30. We're using standard Live League rules as much as possible. So, I think the only on one map we deviated from the Live League rules. Now, as of the recent update, as we can actually see the Live League tiers on some of these maps, we've matched them all to match Live League settings. Then it's over already since the cat top right. Yeah, this game is pretty much over. Scandalous can't really do anything. Could start this, but it's just gonna get bombed, and there's no recovering. gduma build missiles. Yeah, it's time for the meme units. Where's the pipe runner? Jake can afford a pipe runner. You gotta build that thing. There's the anti-air, not a pipe runner, and that makes me very sad. But now back to gduma, and gduma could literally just bomb this, hit end turn, and the game is over. They'd be going for some KD though. But what a game! What a game! This is really back and forth. Let's see. gduma winning with hardly any army. Yeah. But I think like half of gduma's army is in these two bombers right here. That's like, what, 44,000 in value between just these two? So, that one Weasel infantry has done it. And Scandalous just shuffling around. Back to gduma. Got a side slip. Just gonna tap a copter down. You gotta bomb the infantry. That's the only thing you can do. Oh, not even doing that. Just going in. Gonna tap a copter. Bomb the infantry. Go for the overkill. If Scandalous had built more anti-air, he could have won. Yeah, this Neo tank got like no value. It hit like one infantry. Unfortunately. But more anti-air definitely could have done it. I mean, gduma was pumping out copters every single turn. And just not enough anti-air. And that kind of let gduma like exist in this brawl for a couple more turns. And Scandalous just didn't have the anti-air to keep fighting. And then also the Weasel infantry, the Sidewinder. Let's see. Who needs army when you have a 1k income lead? Am I right? Yeah, exactly. gduma with 19,000 income for most of the game managed to get the flip on day 26. And the game is basically over. Over my eyes. And but it looks like we'll be having a okay, Block Rock. It looks like we're having another game after this. Bapton versus Briarios. Did they forget day limit? Maybe they did, but it's in the info. So they set it up with the correct rules. Yeah, I mean, or maybe they forgot day limit, or maybe they're just like, okay, like I'm just gonna use these couple extra turns as like practice, and like try to find some good KOs and stuff like that. You know, just having fun with it, which is a fair thing to do. Scandalous got 4 minutes, just popping the Block Rock, trying to KO as many things as possible. The game ends at the 30th day for P2. Yeah, so it will be over after this turn. The Neo tank can't even get that. Dang, thanks to the extra city defense. The tank survives and holds on. Semi would like this. My AL8 is officially empty. It's very sad. Ooh. Nice shot. One shot's the bomber. And yeah, if Scandalous had just a little bit more time, could have got the comm tower. But alas, the game will end. Yeah, just, you know, if it was 35 day limit or something, Scandalous might have it, but gduma clutches up. The saddest Neo I've ever seen. This Neo is pretty sad, and it's gonna get bombed. Well, it would if the game continued. But Scandalous getting a lot of KOs. You know, might as well go in with the Blaze of Glory and get some explosions for the road. The medium I never saw, exactly. There's a copter. There's a tank. There's an infantry. There's the game. GG, everybody. gduma squeaks it out on day limit with a 1,000 income lead. Well played to both players. That game was insane. We saw like a really aggressive opening from Scandalous, grabbing both comm towers and just evaporating gduma's units. And then gduma started fighting back. Won some territory back here in the corner, won some territory here, and then overcommitted, allowing Scandalous to win this entire up top right corner. And then gduma took a big brawl right here, and that took a lot of turns. But while that brawl was happening, Frodo Baggins came in and dropped the ring in Mount Doom, and gduma's emerged victorious. GG, what a game. And we're going to have Bapton versus Briarios on after this. Are you guys still playing? Just type a message in chatter in Discord. But I am going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. And then we're gonna do the Bapton versus Briarios game. And that's gonna be on the Highwayman. So we got some mixed base action going on, and that's my favorite. That is my favorite. But my bladder's also on day limit, so I'm gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break as Bapton and Briarios set their game up, and I will see you all in a bit. Hey, we're back! Oh. Whoa. Did I have the wrong display on the whole time? Probably did. Okay, so... this, we're just gonna look at this until, I had no idea this game was going on. We're gonna look at this until, the Baptin Briarios game gets set up. It looks like we got Fireheart versus Izanagi 007. On Bonesaw is Ready. This is a wild map. Because it's mixed base. Mixed base is my favorite. I think Mangs also really likes mixed base, and definitely correct about that. You have this base in the corner right here. You have this base down here, and you have these airports on the side. Why the pipes? I don't know. Because Bonesaw is Ready is a reference to like Spider-Man when he's fighting in the cage match, so the pipes make it look like a cage. That's it. So, with gduma's win over Scandalous, the Team True Grit takes a 1-0 lead, and now Arya is trying to avenge that. I'm going to DM Baptin to tell me when that game is up. Okay. Let's see. gduma says, thanks for casting my match. GG is Scandalous. I don't know if I deserved it, but a fun game regardless. That was an amazing game. And it was an honor to cast your game. And thanks for tuning in. You get to watch another game. We're going to watch Baptin versus Briarios, but until then, we're going to be watching Arya versus Izanagi. Once they get their game set up, we'll switch to it. Although I do really like this map. This is like one of the coolest maps in the pool. You got this little cage around here with the pipes. You got these wild airports just in the middle of nowhere. This game's amazing. This map's amazing. Let's see. Is this an airport rush map? I'm not sure. I don't think it is. You can block the airport by putting a unit right here. But there's a C tile right here, so you really can't flip it without like a T-copter. There's also a missile silo that you can't get to because you can't there's no shallow water to unload your infantry, so that's pretty cool. I think this map is like a corner, I don't know. This map's wild. I think you can win. I think this corner is really hard to win, but this corner you can push the bases. Because the mountains, I played one game on this map, and I got pushed really hard on this base. Because you have air units coming down from here, and you have units coming from here. And then also, it's really easy for the black boats to get trapped by the other black boat. So for example, if this purple black boat was here, for example, then this black boat here would be blocking it, and the purple black boat would just be trapped along this little river here. I don't know how this map usually plays out. Let's see. Sammy versus Drake, not a matchup I see very often. Yeah, the tier 3 for this map is wild. It's Sammy, Drake, Lash, and Adder is the tier 3. But obviously all of tier 4 is allowed. And then Drake, I mean, you can tell Drake doesn't have a chiseled Giga Chad chin like me. Drake does not hit his chin with the hammer. Let's see. The match was very fun. Yeah, it was. The mouse slip on day 9 that cost me my tank was painful. I thought Scandalous had me with the slow double RD push after I lost the initiative. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things. The lighting, though, in my room looks like I'm just got flashbanged in a game. So there we go. That should be good. Caustic Finale map. Yeah. This map really isn't like Caustic Finale. It just has a lot of fighting. I'm not fond of the borders of this map, the rest is okay. Yeah, I think they wanted to make it look like a cage. Wait, this is live? This is my cap, they didn't even say they were playing today. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was gonna try to get on it. Looks like she would be strong on this map. Okay, we have the Baptin versus Briarios game up. So we're gonna look at that, because So that's what we said we're gonna look at. But I'm just gonna show this position for like 10 seconds, so everyone can absorb it, take it in before we fully switch over, and then we can come back and take a gander at this when we're in a slow moment of the other game. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over. And I don't want to do a game with Drake anyway. He's the worst. All right. Oh, yes! This is way better than Drake. Oh, yes! 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 These players are my heroes. We got double Grim over here. We got double Grim. So much better than Drake. So much aura right here. So much testosterone in this game right here. We got Briarios with team... What team is Briarios on? I think Briarios is on Mind Gamers. Oh, go to Silverclaw. Okay, Briarios is on Mind Gamers, and Baptin is on the Holy Polish Empire. But I could be wrong about that. I should know what team everyone's on, but there's a lot to keep track of. Let's see. Okay. I thought you were going to the gym. You can cast both. Yeah, I guess so. Not fond of the Drake pick. Copters are so strong on this, on the Bonesaw map. Yes. Grim Mirrors. Yes, I'm so hyped for this. The Advanced Wars by Web game was his jam. Oh, for sure. It's a mental workout. I can keep this on in the background. The meme matchup. No? You're saying no to this? I should ban you. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to ban you. Don't say no to Double Grim, though. Well, they know their audience. Yeah, they do. Juggermere. Can you flip the orientations of the armies? Like this? And that does look better. Okay. So, we got Baptin of the Holy Polish Empire in the Orange Star as player 2 versus Briarios of the Mind Gamers as player 1 in the Silver Claw. This map's called the Highwayman, and I've heard that it's a bit base rushy because this mid base is pretty weak. It's hard to get units around the forest and the mountains, and then you can pinch on it from the airport in this base and this base right here. Also, this base can kind of snake around and hit it in a couple turns. I'm rooting for Poland's team. Yeah, that looks better. Sweet. I thought you needed electric shocks to flip. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not going there. But okay. I don't really know too much about this map. I'm undefeated on it though. I've won a game on it. Exactly one lively game on this map. Let's see. Puts the Nagi game on another window. I hate this map. Oh, well, luckily you get to play it. You're gonna learn today how to play this map. So let's see. Gonna capture a few cities. I think Briarios went for these two a little early. Should have got this one. And then if you already had this one, then you can interrupt this from the mountain, which is really strong. Like this is normally tier 3, so I think Lash is pretty much the consensus pick for tier 3. I'm not sure. But Lash does look really strong. But you know what? Grim also looking very, very strong. Even Kaya is shocked at what I just said. Yeah, exactly. We got the Sammy theme going on. Okay, my hot chocolate's not cooled yet. Get like this little glasses fog thing. You know, I have played like 15 games this map for practice and map bad. Oh, fair enough. I do like this map though. I think it's really dynamic. That and the Bonesaw map, I think, are both really dynamic. I think you can have fighting in a lot of different places, and it plays out differently every single game, which is what I like which is what I like, honestly. And goes for the interrupt right here. Does a lot of damage because of that Grim on Grim action. So with Grim on Grim, like Knuckle Duster is like a one-shot on everything. And not even that, but there's going to be 2 Calm Towers per side. So with that, we're going to see just absolute destruction, and I'm here for it. This is the best. let's see. I don't know what Pay at the Curb is talking about either. Place hand. Let's see. But Bapton's going to be going down here. These labs are also pretty vulnerable, but of course you have to lose both labs for the game to be over. So, nice interrupt here. That is a great shot. Normally, against, like, if this was, like, lash on lash, going for this shot would be very silly, because you would lose his engagement. But with Grim v Grim, like, terrain doesn't even matter. Like, it does not matter. Like, look at this. Let's say tank on tank. Okay, if it's on a base, it's 3 HP. If it's on a road, it's 1 HP. Like, it does not matter. It does not matter. If you high roll both of them, of course. Oh, Kaya plays. Okay, it's a funny reference. Yeah, it is a reference to the dog shocking guy. Yeah, yeah. He his dog was named Kaya, and Kaya got a little unruly by trying to get out from the place. And then he reached for his vape pen, and then suddenly the dog got back into the place very quick. That's just basically the meme of it, but there's a lot of memes where it's like they did a bunch of like photoshopping and I don't know, there's just so much to it, but I'm gonna look at the game right now. Okay, so it looks like Silver is going to be denying the... Wait, is this game still playing audio? Sorry about that. Okay. There we go, we get the cap. It looks like this comm tower is going to get denied. The tank went over here to threaten these, and maybe it should have went over here to fight for the comm tower. But comm towers aren't that important as Grim, so it's not really a big deal. I mean, it looks like this city is basically free. Yeah, it looks like that's just a free city right there. Gonna get some caps. Could also go Battlecopter, which is our Battlecopters as Grim are very, very strong. Yeah, the jokes were funny. Don't like, yeah. I mean, you could joke about that streamer. It does not bother me in the least. I'm gonna put Bengineer in his place. Oh dang. Oh dang. Yeah. Study the map. This is the bronze map for this round. Yeah, I think if you're red, you have to go for this. Like, that's free. And then you back off and you try to wait for Silver to like extend for some cities, and then you smack back with the tanks. Grim, the thing about Grim v Grim is, I'm doing the hand motions like I know what I'm talking about. The thing about Grim v Grim is that, as someone who's played in multiple Grim v Grim matchups, the thing is, like, tactics are super important. Free shots, like wall breaks, positioning, super important with Grim v Grim, because everything just dies. Like right now, this comm tower infantry completely hanging. There's nothing to counter this tank. This infantry completely hanging. The idea, though, between both these caps is that this tank can only interrupt one at a time. So then one is going to go through. The tank gets a shot. It could get surrounded, but even if it does, I don't think there's any way this tank could get punished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it doesn't even matter if the tank gets surrounded. Goes with the Battlecopter. And now if you're Silver, do you interrupt this right here? Or do you interrupt this? I think you interrupt the comm tower. I think if you interrupt this, you could get surrounded, and then the Battlecopter comes in and claps some cheeks next turn. But this infantry retreats, and this infantry took another shot. Let's see, jokes aside, I have no expectation against winning against you, as you are the strongest bronze player and I'm the weakest, and there is only so much prep you can do, plus mad people's bad. Well, I don't know if you're the weakest, you're undefeated. That's the XP infantry is going to get cleared out. You should showcase how bad it is by leveraging the hell out of it and winning your match. Yeah, exactly. That's the best demonstration. Yeah, exploit the map. I made the team logo and name and got a win. I am already happy. Hey, glass half full. I appreciate that. Well, let me know if you can hear the wind from outside on the mic. I have a window open. Which the neighbors might start chiefing, in which case I'll have to close it. My neighbor was chiefing like so bad yesterday. I was just like, or was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. I was like just like in my backyard, like chilling or whatever, and then I hear just like this huge coughing fit, and then I smelled it like 10 seconds later. Okay, so it looks like we're tied on income. Let's take a gander at the stats. It looks like Silver's got one more kill, but there it is. There's a trade out. This infantry can also attack, but this is in base range. And it's a one-shot thanks to Grim stats. That might be a bit much, though. But it will allow Red to get this flip right here, and then can chain it onto this back cap. Which, I mean, that's some free income. This infantry also can go over here and start getting these. So might be putting pressure over here. Battlecopter as well, going in. Let's see. Engineer says I would need to win the flip. Fair enough. I lost to One Trick Wolf, though. I don't know if I could be called the best in our pool anymore, let alone the entire bronze division. Fair. Let's see. Bongo Banjo says you will win the flip. Semi says let's go Bafton, cheering on his team. And also don't forget, in about 3.5 hours, you could correct me if I'm wrong, Semi. In about 3.5 hours, Semi will be doing a live stream recap of all the Holy Polish Empire's round 1 games when they took on Team Free Dudes, captained by Kantbay. So you can tune in to Semi stream and definitely watch that. You see all of the exciting games. It was a down-to-the-wire series. I'm not going to spoil it, so I definitely recommend checking out the stream. Maybe this tent could have got surrounded. Maybe... Oh, we're going to try... Oh! Here's the problem, though. It's kind of getting surrounded from the wrong side. The tank can go this way and be covered by an anti-air. Let's see. He can't stay off the weed! Yeah, that's the funniest meme. That's the funniest meme. The weed. One of my very first videos on YouTube was me like making all these jokes, like doing a tier list of Stephen A. Smith saying the weed. It was just like the goofiest thing ever, and it got like 1,000 views. It's just so stupid. Let's see. Whether you end up with P1 or P2, you can showcase why there's TA advantage for that player by winning. Very true. But yeah, if I lose, I'm going to lose all my remaining aura and hype. And if you win, you get a lot of hype and aura. But if you win, you get a lot of hype and aura too. There's another battlecopter, and I don't know if I agree with this. The problem is an anti-air counters both of them. Even like Grim on Grim, I still don't think... Oops, let's go anti-air. So on a three defense tile, even Grim on Grim, Battlecopter only does 3 HP of damage. If it's on a road, okay, it knocks down to 5, then it gets traded out. So I think needed to go tank here if you're going to build a vehicle here. I don't agree with the extra Battlecopter, and the anti-air just shuts them both down. This tank's going for a lot of shots. It's being very greedy. It could get surrounded pretty soon. Let's see. That guy is much better than Asmongold. I mean, fair enough. Seeing everything one-shot everything is great. It really is. Hey, I won by Aura farming alone. Exactly. Aqua, who are you from the community Discord? Benjir says, go Baptid! Cheering on fellow bronze players. Benjir says, I don't farm, going for a low-level boss-only run. Yeah. I'm not on the Discord, I think. I mostly watch on YouTube. Oh, okay. You can always join in. There's a number of newbies playing and joining. Yeah, you should. Definitely join the Discord. I mean, I might have joined by rarely used Discord servers. I got to over 1,000 ELO by watching Kesler. Well, thanks, but I wouldn't attribute that to me. You got over 1,000 ELO because you earned it, because you're good at the game. I didn't do anything. This calm tower is going to go through the tank. This is really good from silver. Now the tank's protected by the anti-air. There is one issue, is copter could clear out the tank and then infantry could block, but it's Grim v Grim, so the infantry cannot actually do that. But that is something to consider. The comm tower is going to go through, so that could be huge. And yeah, I think this city not being capped a couple turns ago when it was free might just bite red in the butt. That might just be a big problem. And now this tank is trapped in, and this tank can clap it. Oh no, the tactics are real. Just small mistakes from red, and I think red is going to be in a little bit of a worse. Goes in on it. Okay, clears it out. We might be able to go for the block here. If you can clear out this and shoot this. Oh, that's brilliant. But can you do enough damage? I think so. This might be really good from red. Doesn't even attack. Doesn't even attack. Need a tank over here though. Need a tank. Another copter is not going to do it. This tank over here completely going to be gone next turn. And I think this tank was getting a little too feisty, and this cap not going through is like the only real bad things that red did during this this opening. Like the only thing that I would like really call like mistakes, you know. Sometimes there might be inaccuracies here and there that I didn't notice because I'm not good enough, but like at the same time, like that's it. And then yeah, getting the caps, that's really good from red. Gonna bring the I can draw some arrows. Gonna bring this infantry over here probably to capture that. Clears out the infantry that was right here. I wonder if there's like this would be cool if this pen tool had hotkeys. Then I could just use my keyboard and draw arrows. Let's see. Oh, the tank on the bottom right is looking like a juicy morsel, and a shark coming from the left side. Yeah, exactly. Wholesome bottom left. Sorry. Yeah, this tank is in a lot of trouble, and here is the shark gonna come clap it. Let's see. Kesler should play more fog. Yeah, this is good entertaining for y'all. You guys like to see when I play like an absolute baboon on fog. I do have a few fog games queued up though. So I got Smacky Cup. I'm in Manx's bracket and Blue ZY's bracket, but I don't think I'll get out of the first round. I'm playing the 11 seed. I saw that fog game a few days ago. Yeah, that game was pretty bad. His opponent was Max and built 2 Arties. Yeah, and I still lost on it. What are you using for drawing? If my team doesn't win, I hope Poland's does. That's fair. I'm using. There was this like extension for Tamper Monkey that new 1-2-3-4 made. It's like Advanced Wars by Web drawing or something on the map. I'll have to find it. There is a video I have on my channel about like how to get all those extensions installed. I could link that if you're interested. But if you have like the other extensions where you get these on Greasy Fork, it's just one of the new ones that's on there. New also made a chip calculator, but like it like shows the chip damage, but it's buggy. So I don't want to like, you know, like you try to use it and then it bugs and then I get wrong information and I get upset at myself for trusting it. But this is a really good interrupt right here from Briarios, and this is looking really good. But there might be a Knuckle Duster coming in. Copter also taking a really strong position up here, so need an anti-air. Or I guess the Copter can go, you know, over the water too. Okay, the tank buy was good. Another tank over here. But we could very well see a base rush. Let's see. No spoilers. Yeah, not spoiling anything. That tank on the top right doesn't look like it's going to do anything for a while. The center base would need stuff instead. Yeah, I agree. Instead of, like, tank down here I think is really good. Because you need some backup for these copters. Tank up here, yeah, you're right. It is not going to do anything for a while. Gotta start the Very interesting. Very interesting. So, okay, there's a draft coming in. Give me a second. The draft is not the weed, but it's very cold. We drop like 20 degrees. So, let's see. It looks like we're going to have this infantry capture this, and then this anti-air is kind of zoned off the copter. So that's actually not a bad little tactic here to get a shot, but at the same time, need some other units. Let's see. Down here is looking really dicey. Looking really dicey for red. Absolutely needs an anti-air right here, though. That is not an option. You could bring the copter up as well. Bring the copter over to help out with the defense. But it looks like blue is going to be swarming this area. Red's going to be swarming this area. We're going to have a proper base rush on our hands. Gets the takeout. Then infantry's going to get traded. Copter could go over here and do some help, and that's exactly what it's going to do. Tank's going to go over here and help out with the base rush. And looks like after this goes through, blue's going to be up one city. Going to try and... This looks like... Yeah, this base could fall. There's the anti-air. This is looking very exciting. Let's see. I mean, no spoilers for your fog game? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to check it out on my channel from like a week ago, I think. I won't say anything about it, but you'll like it. With Grim Copters, they could easily base rush each other. Very true, yeah. There goes an infantry. And the tank can go up here, and we could see a little unmixing of the map very easily. This lab could go through, but that's not going to be a big deal. It gives no benefit until the other lab falls as well. And everything just falls. The Grim's got, let's see, 30% attack plus 2 comm towers a piece, so that's 50% extra attack. But not only that, it's minus 20% defense. So, I mean, if you're on a city, then it's like do the calc as if it were like a plains. And yeah, this attack's looking pretty strong. It looks like blue's attack is just slightly stronger than red's, just slightly. But red is also gonna get this flip. Gonna get this pretty soon as well. Let's see. Oko with imps on roads. What is this insanity? Yeah. What? Infantry one-shot infantry on road? Yeah. Double Grim with 2 comm towers. Infantry one-shot infantry on roads. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. This is nuts. The tank moves up, and it's now covering this. This base could fall very, very easily. And if you're... Yeah, it looks like blue's base rushes are going to be just a little bit better. Or silver, whatever color this is. No walling allowed in this matchup. Yeah, this is going to be great. I'm very excited. This is way better than the Drake game. Way better than the Drake game. Grim Mirrors on 2 comm towers. Yeah, Grim Mirrors are the best. Another anti-air comes in. Okay. So maybe you front shift the copters to help out down here, because these copters are going to demolish that tank right there. And this tank is the only answer. I guess there's this tank too. But these anti-airs are going to be really strong. Even Grim Copters on Grim anti-airs on roads. The anti-air still wins. But now red down to 10 minutes. Baptin, the man, the myth, the legend. Thinking about this move. I think you cap here with this infantry. You cap here or something, and then you go in. Okay, finishes a cap. Just gotta make sure that both of these two get capped. There goes an infantry. Could cap the lab if you have nothing better to do with this infantry. Goes in, takes out another infantry. Gotta move that tank up. Let's see. Yeah, this captures this captures this. This looking pretty good. Let's see. Drake has 3 comm towers in the Drake game, so he's basically Grim, really. Wow. Drake with 3 comm towers, it cancels out the minus 30% firepower bonus. We're gonna have to look at that game. That game looks crazy. And he's facing same with the comm towers, so we're in for basically Grim plus. Yeah. That matchup on the Arya game also seems very wild. We'll have to check it. But now, what do you do with this anti-air? Because you could... The problem is the tank covers all the units. So you could use the anti-air to take this. You build like a medium tank or something. Which holds off, but even then, it's a lot of investment for just holding the base. But this is all gonna come down to base flips. Because there's just no protecting this base with the Grim matchup. This Copter, if it... Okay, it goes right here. That's fair, I suppose. Could this anti-air get to it? I was thinking maybe the Copter could get a shot on this infantry right here. And then that's safe from this. That looks a little... Okay, I think that's safer. But yeah, it looks like blue is going to be just a little bit ahead on mixing this map. But now Red needs to start these two capture, goes in on the shot. It doesn't even matter when it's Grim v Grim. Attacking a Grim on his own infantry on their own city. You just still obliterate it. Okay, starting the two caps. So 18,000 so far. I'm liking plays from both players. I really only noticed like two kind of inaccuracies so far, so that's pretty good. Now, do you think you just have to attack? But I mean, that base is gonna fall. There's not a whole lot of counters to any of this. The Copters do have some good coverage on it though. Copters does cover that. I think a tank would one-shot the anti-air on the road. So it could go something like medium tank. Because I don't think even medium tank that the Copter could take out. And then looks like this property is about to get flipped. But let's see. Did they pick Grim because they agreed to meme or because they think he's actually the pick? They agreed to it. They agreed. Alright. While we're waiting on this, we're going to take a quick little 30-second gander at this game. We're going to take a quick little gander at the Arya Izanagi game. It looks like Sammy in the Azure Asteroid is up 2 cities. And got 8 minutes left versus Drake's 7.5 minutes. But Drake has 1, 2, 3 column towers, as Banjo said, threatening the lab. But that's pretty good. Victory March, not close. Typhoon, kind of getting there, halfway to a tsunami. Might have some brawling up here. Big kind of force down here. Alright, take a good look. We're going back. In 3, 2, 1. And back and still thinking... Okay, built a tank. Interesting. I don't think the tank was the build. I don't think the tank was it. I think if you didn't want to defend this base, you just go infantry. Or mech or something. I think the Copter can the Copter one-shot a tank there? That's the real question. Okay, no it can't. How much can an infantry do if this was like at 2 HP? Okay, so if they high roll, then the tank is gone. But doesn't use the anti-air, just moves out of the way of this tank, so playing a little bit more patient. And now the Copter moves over here. And we could see some brawling over here next to the bases. We got the Sasha theme. It's a thing of beauty. It's very melodious. Melodious? What's the melody? So I guess it's melodious? I don't know. I can't pronounce English words. With the power, maybe? Oh, yeah. The Copter moves in. The Orange Star Copters kill it. That's true. But yeah, with power, I think the Copter can clear. No! But with the infantry, we'll be able to finish the job. So it can actually start a base cap. And then that kind of overloads the Copters. But they're the anti-air, the Copters. I think Orange would end up getting a lot of value off of that. I think he could sacrifice an inf to guarantee the kill. Yeah, for sure. But blue's got about 50. Oh, there's the power. Grimcopter equals fighter. Yeah, pretty much, honestly. They've one-shot other copters. Okay, sacrifices the imp, and now there it is. The copter comes in, bang, takes it out. The infantry, I bet we're gonna see 2 caps getting started. There it is. 2 caps and the lab. Red decided to back off of this lab right here, but this lab is safe, so don't need to worry about that. Now, this is looking really strong. Okay, gonna go over here. Maybe try to put pressure on this city. This city also guaranteed flipped. And this is a crazy matchup. A crazy matchup. We're about to see the unmixing of the century. But I think Red will be able to do something similar. Can pop their own Knuckle Duster to hit this anti-air off the base. This tank can hit this anti-air, and then, okay, the anti-air actually goes in. Wow, that's so much damage. That's a lot of damage. Like the guy, when he's like, destroys the tank, that's a lot of damage. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think that tank was, oh man, there could be a medium coming from here. There it is. Oh, this is looking really good for blue. This is looking really good. Haymaker almost charged, and maybe that extra attack could help Red get back into this game. I'm pretty sure an anti-air will one-shot any of these infantry, and then the copters can go in and hit the copter. This anti-air does get the one-shot. Copter could have gone here. The lab infantry should have pushed forward instead. Yeah, probably, honestly. Should have gone right here, or I don't know where it was. But yes, definitely getting closer to this base is what you want. Let's see. Anti-air against road tank wins. Yeah, Grim versus Grim is nuts. Anti-air clears the city, copter clears copter, there's no coverage for it. Yeah, I was just thinking like this anti-air attacking this was just a little too hasty for Red. Red's got 6.5 minutes, but now there's no the copter cannot like, or if the copter goes here, it base locks himself. But okay, Knuckle Duster comes in. If the copter could still base lock itself, clear that copter, there's no counter to it. I guess there's this copter though, but there's no counter to copter from here. So Bongo Banjo definitely see an optimal order there. This could have been a little bit better. Red down to 6 minutes. Medium tank, I ordered it rare. It's raw. Yeah, that is funny. The medium tank gonna try and not get burned as it sits on the base. But now with this Knuckle Duster, I think Red has to play a little bit faster. Needs to capture these 2 cities. And then what do you do? Okay, tank's gonna go in. One-shots the anti-air back. This tank, I think, can one-shot this. Or at least be close. And then, what do you do with the copter? Okay, copter's going on the medium tank. That's just not going to be enough damage. That's not going to be enough damage. I think this turn... I think this turn might swing things around a little bit. I think the... Yeah. Okay, that's... You know, oh! Clears it. And is going to start the base cap. Here's the problem. This can always get interrupted. There's a copter, there's an anti-air, so this can get cleared, and then this can get interrupted. But let's see. Blunder here, the anti-air is supposed to clear the city, not the base. Yes. Yes, I see. Yes, I was going to pop that in the move planner. But the anti-air clears this, one of the copters goes in, clears this, and then the other copter clears the base. And then, boom, there's only one copter in the area, and then you could build something here, like a medium tank, and then the anti-air is actually pretty safe from this tank. Maybe not. But I have to go into the move planner and make sure. Okay, city goes through. Doesn't need to worry about the lab. You gotta be careful if there's a weasel infantry going over here and trying to sneak it. But I think blue will have a nice little play here. Has enough for a medium. Medium tank costs. Let's see. Does double copter tank kill the medium? It did. The medium tank cost 16,000 and did 2 damage to a copter. Hashtag worth. Yeah, for sure. This actually, I was like, oh, I don't know about this, but it did a great job taking out that medium tank. Builds another anti-air. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but now two copters are gonna die. Bapton now loses both copters. This is looking good for the Raptors. Yeah. This base. Let's see, this copter... Oh, this copter doesn't have to... Yes, this copter right here is the problem with this move. If this copter was not here, then this would be fine. But the problem is... Okay, anti-air clears that. This copter doesn't have to keep this attack. It hits this copter, that's a one-shot. And now this copter can clear this. And boom, you build like another tank here or whatever. And now there's no counter to this copter right here. So... blue definitely in a really strong position. Up 12 minutes on the clock. There it is. Bang. There it is. Oh, it survives! It lives with 1 HP. The 10% defense from the power pays off, and the infantry survives. Now we can see a join cap, but there's still no counter to these copters right here. This copter is too far away. Also, base skip for it, which I don't disagree with. Gonna go take a couple shots on the anti-airs. Surrounds this anti-air. Now, if I were red, I'd just delete this. But even then, this is looking really good for blue. This base is on a timer. And this base looks a lot safer. Let's see. Kill both copters, anti-air to clear the base, get a second medium tank, and orange star can do what? Yeah, exactly. The base there did not get cleared. The infantry survived. But I still think that this infantry is not going to survive for another turn. Should have cleared the capping infantry with AA. Yeah, probably. That's guaranteed. And then the copters were guaranteed KOing the other copters. Blunder, copter is supposed to clear the copter so AA can free the base. Yeah. And I think blue sees it. Okay, now blue's making a play for this lab. But that's not going to be a problem, because red can just easily capture this lab. And then that's fine. But there's still not a lot of counters to these copters. Let's see. Copters can still clear the base next turn. Yeah, that is the thing. Our Aqua, is your profile picture... That's not Joan of Arc from Fate, is it? It looks like Joan of Arc from Fake, but I can tell it's not. Okay. So yeah, I think maybe you might have to just delete this, but you could... Well, actually, you could one-shot this, move the anti-air on the city. Okay, can't get that, but an infantry will be able to do the job. Gonna join cap. Yeah, this copter's not nearly close enough. Nope, okay. Yeah, it looks a little off. I can't really tell because it's kind of small on my screen. I couldn't tell. Yeah, like I thought Joan of Arc had like shorter hair or something. I don't know. I haven't watched anime in a long time. Okay, starting this. I mean, okay, this is like good in terms of at least this city's gonna go through. But the deletes the anti-air, clears an infantry, builds another anti-air. Okay. So maybe the idea is the anti-airs are gonna keep chipping the tank down. And these infantry can still surround the other anti-air. But this is looking really good for silver. Both players about equal in unit value. Let's see. The other game is heating up. Arya's reclaiming a calm tower, but Izanagi's going for a base kill. Alright, we might have to switch over. Just for 30 seconds, but we'll wait. See what red's got cooking up here. I think silver's in a really strong position right now. But maybe red can make something happen. Yeah, and then you don't have to protect the lab anymore because this lab's going to go through. That tank is just a sitting duck to a copter, but I think the copters have more important things to be doing, like shooting infantry, capping bases. If this base gets flipped, then that's really, really bad for blue. But I think otherwise, blue's got the game. Let's take a quick gander at this. Okay, so comp tower resecured. There it is. The base, ooh, it's under attack. No, the artillery, it's a couple turns away from locking it down, but going for the port as well. So you can maybe see a battleship from Izanagi. I'm gonna leave this position up for like 10 more seconds before we go back to the other game. Medium tank trying to pincer the anti-air, looks like copter as well, trying to go up for the reinforcements. I was thinking maybe blue would go over here and like try to counter get this base and like kind of base trade, but nope. Gonna pinch this force from down here. All right, and we're gonna look over as red ends the turn building a tank, builds an infantry, and now silver's gonna start this right here. Silver's got 15.5 minutes. B-boat is gonna block the medium tank. Yeah, true. Actually, yeah, that's... I have to go back and look at the position, but now if you're silver, I think you just clear out a bunch of stuff. Silver's up 4 cities right now, and starting this flip, probably going to start this. And I think just slight inaccuracies for red just kind of added up over time. I didn't see like anything that I would call like a huge blunder, except for not getting that city, but just like slightly inaccurate with the defense of this, slightly inaccurate with the attack over here. But I don't know. Freeze up the base. Could afford a Nia, which would be really tough. It is really hard to base lock same with artillery because mechs ruin their day. That is true, yeah, and especially with the extra movement. They're not worried about having to start their turn within mech range. Oh, there's the Neo tank. Bang. The capping infantry goes down, so only the lab will go through, and this is looking really, really good for silver. He got the roll medium tank time. Hitting the anti-air with the tank. Now the tank is going to be continually getting healed up unless you delete this and you attack, but even then I think you need Knuckle Duster to take it out. 39 to 48. Knuckle Duster, it's a roll if this tank is low. Maybe you sack the 4 and then you do this. You take out the tank right there, but red's in trouble. 4 minutes left. And yeah, this is looking really, really good for silver. You obviously have to defend... No, you don't have to defend the lab, but you have to defend this. Yeah, this is looking really, really good for silver. And the timer situation too. Silver still has 14 minutes, whereas red a little under 4. There's no counter to these 3 units. And even Grim on Grim, like let's say it's this. I mean, these only do 2 damage to it. With power, not much, but if it's on a road, it'll do a decent amount. Let's see, the copters in the center can shift to base kill Orange Star on the other side of the pond. Yes, very true. Very true, which I think is why red keeps building anti-airs, because anti-airs have good defense against copters, and it's the only thing that, like, Grim v Grim just can't, like, instantly just one-shot. But even then, like, can you sacrifice this 4 HP into the 5? You could. You actually could. You could sacrifice this, and then this gets the guaranteed takeout, and you build another one or something. Now gonna shift some units down here and maybe try to hit this column. Blue also has an 8 unit lead. And up 20k in units, but red still has yet to build anything. So, I mean, this looks really good for blue. Very well played. Oh, nice shot. Now you can do the sacrifice. Bring the other anti-air and take this out. And then maybe you go another one. copter. Okay. So yeah, this is good by red. I mean, you can't fight into this anymore. The base has been saved with the Neo tank and the copters. Okay, takes out that infantry, takes out this. This is gonna... The problem is I think this had to go. I think this tank had to go. Because now it's just gonna get healed. These vehicles, they will help the situation a little bit. They're gonna save this city for sure. They're gonna save this city, but the Neo tank actually could be in range of this tank right here. And with 4K income, like tech ups are probably really good in a Grim v Grim matchup because they don't just keep getting one shot. But what do you do if you're red here? Hard front shifting down to the south. Why base lock yourself? I agree. I agree with that. I think you had to go for the sacrifice play. If you go for the sacrifice play, then you take out this tank. It's not going to heal up anymore. And you could go like another anti-air or something. And then you just mow down infantry. And then you could still do this front shift down here. And then maybe like red could like push these forces back a little bit. And then it also, like, by front shifting, also, like, you know, there's so much army value right here. So if you make that irrelevant, that's really good, you know? This city is going to go through. So we're about to have a 6K income lead for blue, silver, turquoise. It's not turquoise, but, like, whatever color this is. North Carolina blue, that's what color it is. Powder blue. The powder blue claw. I'm gonna protect the tank. Oh, that tank is very hanging. That tank is very hanging right there. This could be a really huge knuckle duster turn. Red ends with 13 seconds left. And this could be a huge turn. Silver blue. Is that an official name of a color? Because I've heard metallic blue, which I would agree with. Knuckle duster. I think silver might get to start a base cap this turn. Yeah, I think so as well. One shots with the copter. Oh no! Nice find. That's two great shots, and there's no counter to... I guess the anti-airs could theoretically get one, but the tank's gonna trade one, and now the infantry are just gonna block. No base cap, but it's going to trap the anti-air in, and now this is looking really good for silver. It's looking really good. Also, this tank is completely hanging. Completely hanging. The property's gonna get flipped. There's no cap limit. I don't know, like, I don't know if cap limit would have been a good idea for the tournament or not, but there's usually not a cap limit in live, so no cap limit in the tournament. Yeah, forget the base cap, he's deleting the enemy army, yeah, and now, like, up 30k in unit value, but he has to see this, right? You have to see that that is a free shot right there. It doesn't matter the tank he gets surrounded, you have so many vehicles. You just send the Neo tank up there, too. Like, not an issue. Not an issue. Infantry. That is a... I'm guaranteed this is a one-shot. There it is. Yep, goodbye. This is looking really, really strong for silver. This is very well played. Very well played, punishing on the inaccuracies of red. Let's see. Red needs to call the police and report assault and battery at this point. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good turn for silver. This is a really strong knuckle duster turn. And red is in a really tough position. Got 13 seconds left. And almost now has like half the army value with the medium tank coming in. Which I agree with this medium tank because you still got to be careful about this tank coming in and like infantry starting a cap or something. I guess the Neo tank's right there. But now this medium tank shuts everything down. The copter shut everything down. The anti-air is going to base lock itself, take out another infantry. But this might be too little too late. This might be too little too late. There's nothing to counter these two units. And with 23,000 in the bank, Red could base skip for a Neo or a Bomber or something, but even then, I don't think it'd work. Let's see. Lively Games do have cap limit enabled. Oh, I didn't know that. Sammy just bought a rocket on the other game because Drake's about to buy a battleship to lock the base. Super CO powers are also coming this turn. We might have to shift over. Let's see how this Knuckle Duster goes. You got a minute. Baffin's gonna run out of time. Baffin's gotta practice their time management a little bit, because I think that's been a bit of an issue. But this is, even with Knuckle Duster, it might cure a couple infantry. Yeah, I mean these infantry are gonna get killed, but okay, deals a couple damage to copters, but this army's about to get deleted. And then this copter is also completely hanging once this tank goes down. Well, yeah, it still is. You can attack from the city. 3 tank Knuckle Duster sad, yeah. I think we're gonna switch over. Infantry trying to chip the tank a little bit. This pair of Silver Color Copter been the MVP of this match. Resign turn, yeah, this might be a resign turn. Has 10 seconds. Copter. Okay, the Copter at least covers the other Copter, but not a resign turn. But, I mean, this game looks very over. Here's the battleship. Okay, let's switch over. Okay, looks like we got the Typhoon online, and the battleship as well, and the rocket to counter the battleship. You were not lying in chat, but the problem is, these plains tiles in the rain, they take up so much movement. The Copter also comes in. This is a really strong Super CO power. This is going to go through unless this Copter comes in to interrupt it. Air units are unaffected by rain, so this Copter will be able to trade out, but it's low on fuel. Medium tank also low on fuel. And this fuel drain from Drake, so annoying. Just another reason why he is the worst. Let's see. But Drake also up 30,000 in value. Oh, we're hearing noises from the other game. Do that. Yeah, it looks like this base is gonna fall pretty soon, and the labs are gonna fall. Let's go back. Turn on the music for this game. And then now the random selection, in a cruel twist of irony, has chosen Sammy's theme for Drake's turn. And I cannot talk. Let's see, so maybe thinking about interrupting here, maybe thinking about attacking the tank, and goes in on the tank and takes it out. This Copter will be able to get a shot there. So that's pretty good. That city is going to go through. Also going to be careful about any lab shenanigans. You know, Victory March, you never know, that could swing a game if this lab falls. And then this lab looks pretty safe. Yeah, medium tanks can't get through thanks to the rain. Even if it wasn't raining, I don't know if they could get through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they couldn't. The artillery there locking down the lab. But Izanagi, low on time, has a minute. This game's still going on. Izanagi's got a minute. This anti-air running out of fuel. It's got 18 fuel left. But the artillery also locking down the base and the battleship. Well, the black boat indeed blocking for the artillery. This is looking really good for Izanagi. With the extra, just pulling out the Drake tech, the extra movement of naval units. And do they get extra defense? Yeah, 10% defense. So it's going to be really hard to clear out these black boat and battleship. Let's see. Here's the battleship. Yep, there it is. Don't Drake ships get more defense? Yeah, I didn't even read chat, and then I looked, and then we were all reading each other's minds. Okay. The black boat's gonna move over here. The Victory March is ready. Could maybe get like a couple caps with it, but yeah, I mean you could get a lab flip, but since this lab's not gonna get flipped, it might be worth saving it. I'm not drawing on the screen like I should be. But how do you deal with this? How do you deal with this? Actually the circle mode's a lot cleaner. How do you deal with these? That's the question. I really love this drawing thing. New 1, 2, 3 is the GOAT. Not only in the live league ladder, but also in the extensions. And I imagine this copter is going to attack this. It's low on fuel, only 21. Let's see. This is a really tough position for Sammy. Arya really thinking on this. She's got just under 3.5 minutes. While she thinks, we're going to take a look at this. And Red has resigned. Briarios emerges up top, plays a very strong game. And Red had some chances, didn't quite find the right lines, and Silver, very well played, wins the game with the base cap and also pushing a lot of pressure. So very well played by those players, and very well played by Briarios, getting the W for the Mind Gamers. Let's see. Arya move planing. I'm not sure she can get out of this. Yeah, this is really tough. Arya still has 2.5 minutes, but this is crazy. This black bow has been is an insane blocker. If it's not here, this is a lot easier for blue. Okay, going after the 2 HP infantry. I guess this is but then it's an artillery range. Oh, I see. This is a lab play right here. Okay, so, oh, I see. So what Arya's doing is going for the lab. Gonna try and put both medium tanks in range of the artillery to clear it and win the game with a victory march. Okay. But then, can't this copter just get on this lab? And then what do you do? Maybe the medium tank gets on it? Okay, copter goes in for a shot. But the medium tank's not going to survive. I mean, battleship can just attack. You know, you don't have to keep shooting in space. Like, you just got to make sure you don't get victory marched. AWBW says GG. GG indeed. This game might also be GG. Because this copter can go on this lab, and it doesn't matter about this lab. Medium tank's gonna take a shot. GG for the Grim game. Yeah, that was a really fun game to watch for sure. And I'm sure Baptiste can learn a lot from what they could have done a little differently, and then improve their eye for tactics, which is really huge in a Grimir. Okay, so the rockets is gonna knock the artillery down to 1 HP. Anti-air moves up. Is this battleship gonna destroy the rocket in one shot? Not quite. But sits on the victory march. Yeah, is planning for that lab cap. But now this copter can just sit on this. And how are you dealing with it if you're blue? Like, how are you winning with victory march here? Okay, battleship is indeed not locking. Oh, good clear out, and Izanagi gonna get the capture. Takes out the anti-air, and now the base is fallen. Artillery takes a shot. The lab is going to fall. I'm pretty sure with victory march that's going to be guaranteed. And 2 medium tanks. This medium tank only has 16 fuel. But ground units don't get destroyed when they run out of fuel. They just are immobilized. So it can still, you know, do what it needs to do. It's like in It's Always Sunny when he's like he spreads out his legs really far, and he's like, the shorts aren't stopping me from doing what I need to do. That's what I just thought of when I was thinking about the medium tank with low fuel. Just the most random stuff pops in my head. Like, I'm gonna get the most ADHD caster award. Okay. Let's see. Go, Captain Nagi, don't blunder the lab and you win. Yes, he saw it. Yeah, could be getting a 2-0 lead for Team True Grit as we saw the Platinum game go in the way of Team True Grit as well. And I don't know when the other games are going to get played. Um, Azarel and Hudge are gonna play, I believe, tomorrow or Monday. I'm gonna try to catch that, hopefully, and then we're gonna have a game on Tuesday between Mind Commander and Magician 2000, and I think Valdu's got to co-cast it with me. But I don't know any other ones. I didn't even know this game was going on. But Izanagi, the clock could be an issue down to 6 seconds. But now there's just I don't know if you're what blue can even do here. Even Victory March, I guess Victory March this 4 can hit this, but like there's no defense over here. Oh, Victory March insta activated. Let's see what happens. Medium tank not quite clearing out the artillery, but the mech will do it. Gets the lab flip. Gonna go in on the copter. Might be able to sacrifice enough units into the copter. Repairs the medium tank. If Arya pulls this off, I don't think can do enough damage. Yeah, the copter's at 4 HP. It survives. And I'm pretty sure this is just GG. The anti-air is also protecting this copter's path of escape from the airport. Yeah, Arya down so much in value. If Arya could have got this copter killed, then it would have been the comeback of the century. Another copter. This is surrender play? Maybe. I mean, you know, the way I see it, if you're going to resign anyway, you might as well go for your best chance to win, which is the lab cap. And so, like, healing up the medium tank, going in on the copter, like, you know, you absolutely had to go for it. But yeah, this might be over. The tank is going to get a clear out. The mech is blocking. But this medium tank will be able to go around this way, but it instead decides to attack the infantry. Now the anti-air blocks this in, and the tank blocks this anti-air in. We got the Olaf theme coming in, the global CO damage theme. Maybe Arya is trying to still get this, and just saying like, okay, I can use my same shenanigans to still capture this. But I don't. There's no vehicles over here. Another infantry goes down. Oh, freeze! The lab is now open, but there's no Victory March threat. The battleship covers it. The artillery covering. Oh, it's not covering the lab, but it's covering this area. Another infantry is going to go down, and this game looks to be over. Izanagi has under a minute, but I don't think the clock will be an issue. This position is pretty easy to play. There's another medium tank. That makes a lot of sense. Infantry. And now back to Sammy. What can she pull off here? Blue can still win if purple loses internet. That's a very valid point. Very valid point. Might be trying to sacrifice copters into the anti-air, which, by the way, is also running out of fuel. Sacrifice copters into the anti-air to get some charge, to get some miracle victory march over here. But I don't think that would be enough. Taps the tank a little bit, traps it in with the black boat. A battleship can always clear that if necessary. Takes a shot. Maybe just trying to make Izanagi work for it. Playing for the internet gambit. But in all seriousness, yeah, there it is. There it is. GG. And Team True Grit takes a 2-0 lead on Team Fireheart. With Izanagi and gduma pulling out some crazy wins. And honestly, we had some peak cinema games. And yeah, it's been so much fun. I'm kind of curious as to see what happened. So we're going to very briefly kind of look at some backstory here. Very, very briefly. But GG, well played. So let's see. As we go into day 6, we have the mech with the black boat. Good play. We have the recon. And recons are really strong in this map, especially with Lash. But they can like just go around these like marshes and just mow down infantry, drive-by style. But and we have the copter too, which is going to help cover the comm tower. Which I kind of wonder how Drake gets this comm tower. Okay, anti-air. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. But is it really easy to non-cube if he doesn't choose grit? That's true, but what if grit is not allowed? What if grit's banned? It'd be cool. Like, we honestly, like, kind of made a blunder on the maps. We really should have picked a map where grit would not be tier 0 and allowed grit. Because I think grit's harder to play in live because of the nature of indirects. But also, we didn't want to just be like, oh, we're going to allow grit in this random map, you know, just for giggles without, like, actually thinking about the ramifications. So we don't just see everyone auto-pick grit. He built the battleship, that's the grit spirit. That is very true. I'm, like, spitting on my monitor. Okay, so now Mech goes in for a capture. The copter goes in for the comm tower coverage. If you can't play grit, you can always build battleships. Exactly, and air carriers, too. Ooh, trying to trap the copter in with the black boat and infantry. Tank's gonna get a free shot. Mech does get the flip. Gets a takeout on the capping infantry there, but that tank is gonna prove to be some issues potentially. Gonna take out another infantry. This tank moves over, protected by the battlecopter. This tank's gonna have an open season on these two. This is guaranteed to go through because this copter I don't think can do enough damage, especially with Drake firepower penalty. Yep, needs to knock that thing down to a 3, but the tanks will clean up some of the infantry over here. So and cleans up that. The Blackboat's gonna repair a little bit of fuel, I guess. The anti-air tank moving up. So I think this is, yeah, so it looks like this is really good. Blocks the comm tower. This is how Drake got the 3 comm towers. Less pressure on me. Yeah, I mean, maybe. We saw some, we almost saw a crazy comeback with the Free Dudes versus Holy Polish Empire. Or wait, I forget who was up in that series. But I think it was either a 3-1 or 3-2. And then Holy Polish Empire pulled it off. But we almost saw a crazy comeback in the Hunchman series, where the Hunchman were up 4-1, and then it was 4-2 with a really close game to make it, or sorry, 3-1, and then it was a really close game to make it even. But the Hunchman prevailed, and they haven't played any games yet that I know of. Okay, taking some shots, but 3 comm towers for Drake, really strong. And I wonder how this base pressure, how it occurred. My throat hurts. Drink some hot chocolate. Okay, that's hot chocolate. It's no longer hot, so. The recon gets blasted, but it did weaken the infantry. The city does still go through, though. Copter's going to take a shot. Mechs move up. Okay, so it looks like Sammy's exerting some pressure over here in this area, but this anti-air, like, airport lock is super strong. You could build a bomber, and that one-shots the anti-air, but, like, even, like, as we said in the Grim versus Grim game, copter on this, not strong. Like, the anti-airs have really strong defense against copters, so, still live, yeah. I'm just going through the beginning of this game to kind of see how we got to the position at the end. Puts the black boat on the port to get refueled. This black boat also doing the same thing, and now might be going for the lab, but again, not going to matter. At that point in the game, Sammy's up 3K. Crazy he came back from that. Yeah, you're right. Sammy's up 2K right now. Maybe a flip happened that I missed. And then this doesn't have the airport lock anymore because there's too many tanks in the area. Oh, I think I see what's brewing. I think I see the storm. All of these vehicles are down here. So Purple's running away and is gonna just put their whole army, connect their army, and then put it here in this area. And that's how that port fell. Yes, I think I see it. There's a medium tank up there. That's a good buy, in my opinion. I don't know much about any of the games. I feel both crazy and not at the same time. Yeah, that's fair. Luckily, you can check out the tournament spreadsheet and, like, see all the links to the games. so you can look at them yourself if you miss any games live. You can always look at the replay. Copter goes in. Yes, this is exactly what Izanagi's brewing. Blocks the black boat in, so it can't get back on the port to be annoying. There's a copter as well. Okay, and now this is how Sammy gets the comm tower, and I think this is when we started tuning in. Builds another medium. I wonder how that battleship comes in. Using the black boat? I'll check the VOD after. That's fair. But I mean, the tournament spreadsheet has every game, so not just ones that got like casted live. Oh, nice block with the copter. Oh, that's how it went through. Oh, nicely done. I don't think the 3 HP anti-air is clearing that. Oh, very nicely done by Izanagi. Gonna get this flip as well. This is a very nice front shift. There's the anti-air, and yeah, there it goes. Goes in for some attacks down here. Gonna just spread out the army. And let's see. Okay, takes a bunch of units, but that gives the Typhoon, and then here's where we started tuning in. Got to the Typhoon turn, and there was the battleship, and the rest is history. Yes, let's see. Just a decision I just made, but of course you won't know that. That's fair. Yes, I just also meant the ones today. Oh, yeah, true. I don't know if there were any other games that happened today. But, yeah, I mean, it looks like we've reached a position where we tuned in. So, the battleship ended up paving the way to victory. The copter protected the lab, and Izanagi comes out with the W, avenges his defeat in round 1 against... Who was that? Azrael. Yeah, so hopefully I find out the time for Azrael versus Hudge, and we can look at that game. And then also, I think Monday, I'm going to try to do a live league stream, but I don't know how many games I'm going to realistically do, kind of depending on how much I stream during the weekend. But, because I don't want to burn out. And this tournament's been a lot of fun, but it's been a lot of work too, and so I just want to make sure I don't like stream like every single day so I burn out. So maybe live league on Monday, or maybe just like a game or two or something, but we shall see. But yeah, did I make everyone bald just like Grim himself? I mean, maybe you're gonna have to check with your team, but if you there were just a few like things that if you'd done a little differently, you could have had a really strong advantage in the game. It's just the slight inaccuracies kind of added up until the end. Thanks for making this tournament. Hey, thanks for playing. Thank all of you for playing and watching. And thanks to Banjo and Bogaze and Humida and Semi and Spritemayor and Pan and everyone else in the rules committee. Hopefully I didn't miss one. Because it's been so much fun, and everyone seems to be having a blast. I'm having a blast, and I can't wait for Djus covering a game on it. That's gonna be really fun. Can't wait for the Dj upload. It'd probably like just compare me and Djus side by side of like, you know, like those chess videos where it like has them thinking like, I'm gonna do this move, you know, like they have the perspectives merged in one video. It'll be like me and Djus be like, oh, I think going in here is a good idea, and it cuts to Djus. Going in here is an absolute baboonian mistake because of this. You know, it's just let's see. Hey, a free 25 is a free 25. Hey, fair enough. Yeah. And honestly, like the money I put into the prize pool, it's got to be worth every penny. This has been so much fun. The DJ upload, yeah. I'm excited. Also got some more uploads coming in. Got to do some video editing as well. So the content train does not stop, and I'm really excited. Do you know what game this will be? I don't. He just said in chat earlier that he's got a tournament game. If I had to guess, probably the most exciting game was the from round 1 that I saw was the Strider versus was it One Trick Wolf? No, that was Runchagolf was bronze. Who was on Fireheart for silver? I could just look at the bracket. I could honestly just look at the bracket. Let me... Oops. Pop that open in another tab here. Let's see. Who's on one? Strider versus Hide on Bush. That's who it was. That game was very exciting. Came down to day limit. Super exciting. The Tien's Realm versus Raipika, also really good. The Talos versus Poland game was kind of back and forth. And then the Sprite Mirror versus Dead FS game. You should check that out. The Olaf versus Kindle game. Yeah, Hide on Bush. Okay, yeah. Sorry, the chat delay. I checked it. But that Strider versus Hide on Bush game, definitely check that out if you haven't already. I actually streamed that one. Tien's Realm versus Raipika, another one I streamed with Semi-Original Guy. I think that was the one on his channel. Another really good one. And I want to say the RLL5 versus Baptid one was also pretty good. The Sulfurent versus Briarios was good, and then the Sprite versus Dead FS, that one was cinema. That game was cinema. I think, honestly, looking back at this, I think that's the one Degis is going to cover. My favorite was the Tien's Realm game. Tien's Realm game was absolutely bonkers, yeah. You know what, honestly? Like, after the tournament, should do, like, some of the, like, just video recaps of some of the favorite games, you know, just kind of like give them their own little thing, because that Tien's Realm Raipika game was so good. The Sprite Mirror Dead FS game also also cinema, and Hide on Bush Strider was also really good. But those are the ones I saw. I didn't look at every single game, so that but I should honestly look at some of these games. Raipika builds a battleship. Tien's Realm call an ambulance, but not for me. Yeah, that game was so good. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you today. Had a pretty long stream, but it was fun. Every single minute of it. Had 3 amazing games happen, and I'll try to keep you all posted as to when these happen. And don't forget, in about 2.5 hours, if I have this correct, Semi-Original Guy will be recapping all of these games from the Holy Polish Empire, which is the alternate 4. You should definitely check in for that. Tune in. And I didn't see, like... I only saw this game and this game. So... And actually, the Sock versus Charlie was pretty good, too. I actually did watch that. So yeah, you definitely watch out Semi-Original Guy's coverage of Holy Polish Empire's games. They were really good. Let's see. Gduma versus Scandalous is going to be game of round 2. That was a really good game. That was a really good kickoff to round 2. A really good kickoff to round 2. Tien's, I am not stuck with your battleship. Your battleship is stuck with me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Alright, well, that is all I have today. This has been amazing. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye.